feet off the ground, let gravity take me up. As beautiful as it's been, it's time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel the weightlessness of my soul. I've gotta go all the way to eternity. I will run all the way to see you. I've gotta go all the way through time and space to find my voice, to see you. And I'll go. Lift my feet off the ground, let gravity take me up. As beautiful as it's been, it's time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel the weightlessness of my soul. I've gotta go all the way to eternity. I will run all the way to see you. I've gotta go all the way through time and space to find my voice, to see you. And I'll go. Time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel the weightlessness of my soul. Lift my feet off the ground, let gravity take me up. As beautiful as it's been, it's time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel the weightlessness of my soul. I've gotta go all the way to eternity. I will run all the way to see you. I've gotta go all the way time ever see you, and I'll go. Lift my feet off the ground, let gravity take me up. As beautiful as it's been, it's time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel the weightlessness of my soul. I've gotta go all the way to eternity. I will run on.
Cause a good song never dies. It just reminds you of where you were. The first time it made you cry. First time you felt alive. No good song never. Cause a good song never dies. Cause a good song never dies. It just reminds you of where you were. The first time it made you cry. The first time you felt alive. Now a good song never. No good song never dies.
Le Mans, the track where legends are made. And today will be an emotional one, as it will be the final one here in CRL. The 24 Hours of Le Mans, a city northwestern France, primarily known for the 24 Hours of Le Mans, an annual event. And today, in the virtual world, we are once again racing on this beautiful 13 kilometers 626 meters track, which is one of the longest racetracks currently on Earth, with, of course, the Nürburgring track existing in Germany. And tonight, well, I said today, tonight, and tomorrow, we'll have quite an eventful event going for us here today. I'm your commentator, Captain Foxy, and joined by me is Laske Kirito, the server league owner as well. Of course, I will be here for the first 2 hours of the race. We already have some drama going on here between two LMP2s. You are the, of course, I will also have a look. It will be quite an emotional one today. At the start of the race, we will have a lot of drama. We will have about 40 cars all going towards the same turn one. Of course, all split into each other's groups from LMDHs to the LMP2s and then the GT3s. They will have their own individual race starts to not come in their own way. But that is all gonna be jumped. Qualifying, I believe, practice was now, and we are gonna jump to the race ever so closer, ever so sooner. So we have basically a big start here with all the cars. The Pivo racing car being told to also go into the pits, and the Velocity Racing organization. The Lightning McQueen car, we saw this car before, and it was quite a legendary car in this league. I mean, Lightning McQueen being one of the reasons why many children back in the 2000s got into racing, got into the love of cars, and it has a big name in their hearts. And today we see a car driving a livery, just getting that Lightning McQueen feeling back on the track. Any second now, we should be getting green. Lasky can tell some information while still being here. If we still have them, of course. All the race, sadly, we were supposed to be me and another commentator, but it was... So we also have a team speak, of course, that is needed for race director to driver communication. And any moment now, we will have all the cars line up for the big event going ahead tonight. As I said, 24 hours. It will not only be tonight. It is currently 2 p.m. Central European time. And it will end tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central European time, with the final lap should start around 2:10 p.m. Of course, over the night we will have different commentators commentating over this race. Of course, that we can't have one person going over the entirety of 24. One thing to notice: we have one driver who's taken it on himself to drive this entire event solo. So kudos to him.
And please, I don't want to see back to pits because, yeah.
On a note, we see the driver who's going solo for the entire race here on the screen, the 785 Jeremias DX Slozetsk team. Pardon me for butchering that name. Polish names are quite difficult to pronounce for myself, even for myself. But here we see he will be the one driver going all day and night and day again. That is quite an interesting one for the Polish street people watching the stream. He is currently also in the same Central European time zone, 2 p.m. for him, and at 2 p.m. tomorrow he will end the race fully shredded down and basically being a mush of human pile, just ending it. But let's see where he can bring it. The 785 is the number we're going to have to look out for the entirety of the race. But
Okay,
here we
car
go,
24
LeMans.
and car 137 are missing from the grid. Please join if you didn't. Please join.
Lamar race start with the car being on the start. The engines will roar any second. Of course, the LMDHs have an electric engine, so we will hear the electric engine. And then, after a speed gets reached, we will hear that roaring V10, I believe these Ferraris have. So there is something to hear, have a feast for our ears. But the GT3s in the back, they will be the loudest at the start. The LMP2s have also a very loud engine, but probably will be drowned out by the GT3s and then the Le Mans hypercars. Pardon me, I keep saying LMDH, it's the Le Mans Daytona hypercars. We are here on Le Mans, so the LMH cars. Something to answer for myself. So there is any second now. We have the race is 14 minutes. In 14 minutes, all the cars will be out on the track. We will have a formation up, I believe, as well, and then it is go, go, go. Long track, so the formation up will take quite a bit of time. Of course, good thing for the tires to warm up. These cars have tire life for hours and hours on end. They can theoretically, on paper, for 2 hours, they are good to go. We could see drivers take that longer, or drivers go for shorter stints. Many drivers in the cars as well. We will see most stops will be driver swaps with just 1-2 pit stops in between. So there could be long stops and short stops mixed in a
Remember, don't go after the lights go off. We're gonna tell you when to go before the start of the formation lap. Please don't make any jump starts. Be careful again. Don't crash if you have any damage, and if it's or any suspension or something, especially for hypercars, you can repair it after the start, not going back to pits, because you're, as I said in the briefing, you're gonna go one lap down to the last car on the grid. So yeah, be careful just.
Of course, no damage should be taken by the cars. The formation lap, your car is as vulnerable as it is in the race. The safety car will take the lead, so once the lights will go off, we will see them on the screen go off. That means no one goes except for the safety car. Once the safety car is up on the lead, as we heard by the race director, the first car will go and take it on. Here we see the leading Ferrari LMH, the Will Go Racing X NKS, the number 944. And I believe that he will be the leading car, but the lights are off now, and in the back there's a safety car. The pace car taken off. He will be the one taking the grid. And first Ferrari now off. Here we go. The domino effect, as we see and speak.
And also the CI Motorsports which are in pit, you, after exiting the pit lane, you should go to your position.
Yeah, the car being in the pits, I believe those are the late joiners. Luckily, they can
car
retake their position.
Go, please. Other cars, please. Also, the safety car can slow down a bit.
Pivo Racing having issues to start. Interesting. Maybe the virtual setup or the real setup having issues.
Okay, others, please. Fast. Go. Alak. No, 27. You should wait. 27.
Issues here on the start of the race.
Now GT3s also.
There we go. Here we see all the GT3 cars in the back go off. Nice and tidy in a line. We have quite a few GT3 cars. I think the GT3s are the ones with different manufacturers. Here we go. I believe now we have the game audio as well. So there's a bit of an issue on my side here. Beautiful cars going from Porsches to Lamborghinis to Mustangs. It's all over in the group here. Ferraris scattered around, Mustangs scattered around, Lamborghinis. Let's see who has set up the car the best. It was a month of preparations for all the drivers, and whoever's done the most time on the track will probably have the best experience. But It is difficult to replicate a race scenario like this. Where's the LMP going? He has decided to... Oof. Issues with the race server. We'll have a restart, I believe. Issues there. Oh, issues on host and here. No issues with the race. Hopefully we'll be back for the race start.
LMP2, now you can make the gap 10 seconds in the second formation lap. Don't make it from now, too early. Go a bit faster.
Server's still going. No panic. Don't panic. We're in the commentary booth, have all under control. And in the leading... In the
LMP2, go a bit faster, please.
We see a driver, the 888 Simline Rivals Racing Team, I believe a 15-year-old in the cars. I believe we're one of our younger drivers tonight, and it's just just have focus, just for the formation lap. We see also those in the back. There's a LAN party, so the Simline Rivals Racing, they will all be in the same building racing. Something that is not as normal, of course. We have drivers from different countries driving the same team, of course, then joining with their own game. We have the drivers' names underneath as well. I will not try to pronounce them for now. Of course, once I get into a rhythm, I'll try again.
Car 770, please catch to the others. Car corner, please catch up to the others.
770, the car corner team, and the LMP2. Leaving too much of a gap. Looking at the gap, I believe that is a slight gap on the straight between the Mosa and Indianapolis. Of course, that does have a name. Can't tell you the French name, as of course on the commentary, on the track maps it is between French and English names, mostly translated. So the straight between the Mosa and Indianapolis is Curb de Golf. The right-hander as well. No name through there. There's also different connotations for the first straight. There's PlayStation or just first straight. And then of course we have the Mulsanne straight between the two chicanes. The most interesting straight where we might see most overtakes going into the second chicane. That one is a bit slower than the first chicane, just a bit tighter. Now through here, the most famous, the Porsche curves. Very difficult to get correct. These cars, the LMH cars, can take it basically flat. In the dirty air, not as much. Of course, depends on the setup, but we will see drivers who are following a car through the Porsche curves, lifting, taking it nice and easy. Of course, 24 hours in a race. It is basically race suicide if you go for all the aggressive moves at the beginning. I'm not saying we're not going to see them. I'm definitely sure we will have some incredible action going at the beginning. Some mentality of drivers is the race is not one in the race start, but a good chunk of the race can be taken on the race start, and that is interesting. Of course, in the race start, all the cars are bunched up together as close as they ever be. And in about an hour or so, we might have the whole mini-map in the top right scattered with dots here and there. And only a few cars going close. And if you want to have an opportunity, the race start is when to take it. We're currently on board with our pace car, Anthony Lejniecek. Pardon me if I butchered that name in the CRLA pace car. Following all ahead. We see all the LMH cars follow through, warming up the tires, of course. Careful, as the race director said, don't be too aggressive. If you lose your car and hit the wall, that is all on you. And it's your fault, ever so don't go too aggressive. You see the following car behind the pace car is the Wilgo Racing, a 944, then followed by the 217 VRT SOL Project Z, followed by the 955 Wilgo Racing, the teammate, the 944 955, same team car, just of course 2 different cars on track. Then we have the 887 Simline Rivals Racing Team, followed by the 52 ACRT Sim Racing Team, then the 875 CI Motorsports, then the 57 People Racing, already getting the name a little bit out there with a few issues at the race start. 888 Simline Rivals Racing Team, followed by the 725 Pegasi Motorsport and P10. then 67 revved up racing team, followed by the 762 Haas AM hypercar, and the last two hypercars 13 and 14 are 369 Turbo Xiaomi Racing and the 175
what happened?
We have a car having issues. 1.5. Get that car that has issues. Nice, I'm not seeing much. See a few gaps already building up. There's a second start. That's a 578 CI Motorsports. That's a Ferrari in the pit lane. We have been told that is, I believe, not a disqualification, but a huge penalty on their name. Will they be able to bring it back? Of course, deciding on the fact of what the race direction will decide with the team. Teleporting to the pit lane, that is a disqualification. I believe there's one time you can have a freebie for, of course, the 24 hours, but taking it to start the race, that is quite suboptimal indeed. Followed then, let's have a look. That was the LMH class. Now we're followed by the LMP2. And like say the top 5, and then the top 5 of the GT3s. We have the 222 starting first in the LMP2 class, LEC.PL racing team. Then the 42 GSPXN Racing, a name not to be reckoned with. They've gotten some wins under their name. Then the 61 ARS PIS Endurance team. Then the VRT SOL Toothless. And the Simline Rivals Racing team. That's the top 5 in the LMP2 class. And then for the GT3, we have the Furiano, that is the Ferrari Park Motorsports 970, followed by the Lexus Simline Rivals Racing Team 777, then followed by another Lexus Apex 66. Then the Hyperion, that is the, if I'm not mistaken, we're followed by the Hyperion, the V8, that's the Mustang, 275 Velocity Racing Organization, and another Hyperion, another Mustang in 5th in the GT3 class, Jeremias DX Lescos Team 785. So, double file for the start of the race. Vilgo Racing and VRT next to each other on the grid. Follow close through the Porsche curse. It's very interesting how they're going to take the start. There's the first group here, but weaving careful to make contact. That will result in a penalty. All the liveries here, so handmade by every driver. Of course, we also have the Ferrari there, taking a bit of inspiration from the actual real-life Ferrari. Close to the start, we're coming in to the final chicane, the fourth chicane. It will be right after this little kink here, and then it is go time for racing in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, hosted by CRL. Final event, an emotional one. Make this count. Getting close. We have a gap between.
Also from my side, guys, have a good race and have fun.
From me too. Race director. Two race directors telling to have fun. That's the most important part of this race. It's not only competition, it's also to have fun. It's heavy one if you didn't have fun. I don't see it that way. Coming in to the fourth chicane. Camera on our leading LMH. Will VRT be able to take a jump onto this car here? Or will someone in the back have a better start? Hopefully no chaos. 2 corners to go. Any second now, crossing the line. There it is. And it's go racing for the LMH, and we already see so many cars. That's a VRT already getting a jump, and for P3, Vilgo Racing is looking to maybe even get a jump on the both of them. LMP2 now, they are ready to race. The emotions going stronger. Here we go, LMP2 green light now as well, and that's for P3. There's Endurance already looking. And now the final start for the groups here. That's a GT3 already going a bit faster. They can't wait to go racing tonight. Here we go through the start finish line, and the Ferrari had an amazing start. And the front one, we see also a lot of position changes, so you only have 3 gaps, but the LMH already have set a bit of a rhythm. the CI Motorsports, a car that we lost at the beginning, teleport to the pits, have taken a long stop because of the teleportation. We see side by side between our P4s and LMP2, the collision between the two. VRT so toothless. Oh, that's LMP2 sideways in the back. Crazy action already at the start of the race. The closest cars are gonna be. And in the GT3 class, they have taken a bit slower. They're all following each other through. They know this is a long race to go. We are currently Emi racing, Shizuzu racing, and following. We see side by side the front as well. Now comes the first straight, the PlayStation straight. We will see a few positions switch here, going down towards the first chicane. Will there be any action here? It will be hard on the brakes, the hardest part. Hardest braking zone currently before the Mosaic happen. It's 3 wide while the Endurance, the lap Mustang, can he make it down the inside? Nicely done, but overshoots it just a little bit. In the back there we see 2-3 cars going side by side, but that's the Mustang, I believe. We just saw off into the gravel. Done a mistake through there. We see Simline and Drivefold make himself visible up in front. People racing with a bit of a 3 spots there as well, and close together, 3 cars, hard to follow through. But the first lap will be all with action. ACRT Sim Racing team will all be taking a position on here. The CI Motorsports car closely following in and towards Indianapolis. Very different overtaking spot here, but if you have to jump like the CI Motorsport car has, you can try to have a look. But the ACRT, very well done. Very confident through the corner and gets it back. Now we see in the back the LMP2s going first time through Indianapolis as well in the race situation. Bit of a gap through the car, so I believe no overtakes here. Indianapolis, of course, very difficult. It's quite cambered and then anti-cambered, followed by a left-hander, which is very difficult to get through. Now Fumo saying the GT3 is coming through. Oh, there's a car, Porsche in the back, on off, but Sunset Octane is trying to have a look down the inside of the Park Motorsports car. No space left whatsoever by the Park Motorsports, but they don't care. They're going side by side. Porsche versus Porsche. Towards Indianapolis. There's the kink. And then the braking zone following through the GT3. So we'll have a hard braking zone for the right-hander. In the back, the Lamborghini will try to make a freeway with the Lexus as well. But it is the Sunset car taking the position. But it's... Oh dear, there's a Lexus in the back. Absolutely overshooting into the wall. That's the OG CRL owners going off into the back. Is that? Do they have issues? You see, I see the tires spinning. Do they have terminal damage? They have a lot of damage, but they're slightly moving. Can they get it back onto the track? A lot of wheel spin. I believe there's a puncture. They've suffered a puncture in that incident. Meaning it's showing that the game really does not like punctures and they cannot get back. A full course yellow caused by the...
Full course yellow in 5, 4, 3, 1. Full course yellow flag.
Everyone's slow.
Speed to 80 km/h.
Everyone's slowing down to 80 kilometers an hour here. The race direction. And I believe we have lost our first... We have lost our first car here. They are... Let's have a look. Looking at the OG CRL owners on my minimap, they're still stopped there, but they have made it face the right way. Can they bring it back? Currently looking at Simline Rivals Racing. The tension. We see the teammates all looking at the same screen. Can they do something here after reset? We see basically all 4 drivers looking. That is support from the team. 10 seconds so full course yellow goes off.
Green flag in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, green flag, green flag.
Go, go, go. Here we go. That's a great start by the 888. Already going up a position. Incredible. The CI Motorsports has been caught sleeping and they've gone up a position. They did not manage to get it together. ACRT Sim Racing team gets a 10-second time by first speed. That's a car round. It's a car round in the chicane. Another position gained by the 88. And I believe that's the Wilga Racing. The P3 car. The P3 car who started there, dropping down one position after the other. They need to be careful to rejoin. It's so close to the track. Going through the gravel. Careful to not get beached. they can get. There's a lot of penalties being served here. Too many for me to keep on. I'm seeing the AM Haas car. I believe they're the only one, and that is the suspension damage. But okay, CI Motorsports 10 seconds. Oh dear, hitting the tire barrier. Oh, that could be looking into terminal damage. I do more mistakes like that. P3 start, dropping all the way down to last in the group, and already passed by all the LMP2 cars. That is sad to see. Just one mistake in the force that Ferrari casting out focus. Safe focus yellow.
4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow flag. Full course yellow flag.
The CRT Spectrum taking it nice and early, giving it.
Okay, never mind.
Some rivals behind, trying to take as much of the part as possible. They've been hurt. Oh, this could be an interesting restart between the two. Looking for a good position in their class. It's interesting to see here who will get the better start through. More sane we go. More sane. A corner not to be reckoned with. They happen. Maybe difficult to get correct. But in the back, what is going on there? There's a camera followed by all the GT3s. Last thought I saw a car sideways. It was just
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, green flag, green flag.
Let's go again, racing, and here we go. Revved up racing team getting that position, of course. That was on an LMP2 there. LMH needs to get back a few positions. I believe they've done a mistake between the two focus yellows. There's also the Turbozioni Racing followed through there as well, and now this LMP2 here, 4P3 in that class, following through the LMH cars in front. Cars are ever so close together still. A bit of an incident for you between the two LMHs. They are going wheel to wheel, elbow to elbow, leaving no space for each other whatsoever. And I believe that is the Turbozioni car getting past the revved up racing team. Nice overtake with a bit of elbows, but through the Porsche corners, we see them still nearly making it. And that was very close by. VRT Soul leads off with the fastest lap of the race. Of course, that with two full course yellows in it as well. We're looking for Hypercars well, about a 3-minute lap time. With drivetrain racing here in the Porsche curve. As I said, the dirty air, you saw that lift there. Just a turn in understeer with the front just lifting. That is here the LMP2 following through an LMH car. That is just, the LMP2 cars are going to have an advantage through the Porsche cars, as they have higher downforce than LMH cars. The LMH cars are faster overall, but not on corners like the Porsche cars or the S's after turns 2 and 3. Here we go through the chicane. LMP2 is nice and tidy, following through. Careful to not cause any chaos through her whatsoever, and they've done it nicely. And look at the minimap, we see all the LMP2s being the same stretch of tarmac, not much of issues happening still. But the big gaps are starting to increase a little bit. We see I have an imposter among them, a bit of an Among Us reference there. That's an LMH Ferrari just between them. He couldn't make a gap through the S's as that's a downforce. But here we go, Alan.PL being side by side with the car corner team, and they've gone past nice and tidy, but towards the first chicane. The inside is a bit of a better opportunity if you are brave on the brakes, but they give out for now. Looking to maybe get a better exit on there, because now they are in the slipstream. The LMH in front is going to make it easier for the car corner to make it past for now, to just get the slipstream. And here we go now towards the second chicane. This rolls up reverse to the inside goes the 222 car. Well, does he have to run? Do they have to run? Yes, they do be looking to get the corner before this. Oh, the 222 car collision between them again. Are they gonna break it into the barriers? Goes the 222, and pardon me, not the 222, goes the car corner 770, but they have suffered a lot of damage to 222 and given an advantage to PRS. Past they go. Pardon me, that we're looking here, and that is the 222 dropping down, but they're still through the inside. They still have the... They're still pushing through it. That's a 61 AIS PIS endurance team having to nearly have a look down the outside, but couldn't make it through. That was quite a bit of chaos going through the second chicane. That no one wanted to keep out of that one, and so they had to bring it. They were too close for comfort, and so into the barrier did one of the cars go, slightly avoiding the barrier. Here we go. We look at the GT3s. That is Alexis having an amazing car sound. That V8 in there, absolutely roaring. The Porsche though does not sound bad at all. Don't get me wrong. They do all sound very nice. Just different people have different tastes. The Lexus for me sounds the best. Fastest lap for the Will Go Racing, currently leading. I believe there has been an incident between the VRT. So the VRT was leading for them. But look at the lap in the second sector. That was where the mistake has happened. The third sector, the VRT has lost 10 seconds. So the VRT has made a mistake through there, losing the lead for now. So we have a new leader for LMH. The Vilgo Racing 944. Our pole sitter back in the lead. We saw the back of the Mulsanne chicane happen. 3 cars gone off, and that is the 222 making a fake entrance into the pit lane 10 minutes into the race. Interesting tactics through there. It's not yet pit stop time unless you have damage. Haas were involved in a bit of an incident as well. They are currently last place here in their class and 20th overall, which is quite disappointing to see. Towards turns 2 for them. And on the back, they took it back in the GT3 class. They are all still nicely following each other. No chaos going through there. Look at the gaps. There is the Czech Motorsport 22nd having overtaken the GT3s. But overall, in the GT3 class, we have the Sunset getting good fights with an LMP2. Of course, that will shortly go through. And the Lorenzo, of course, the LMH cars cutting through the track, cutting through the grid as well, back to where they are. Look at the gaps on the left-hand side. We have the first place 3 seconds, and then 4, 5, and 7 seconds between. But then, they are all so close together. 3 seconds only in between them. So from P1 in GT3 class to P5, there's only a 7-second gap. But here we go, Silverheads looking to maybe make a move towards the Porsche of the Park Motorsports. They're looking for the inside, but will be the outside for the chicane. The inside might have a better opportunity to keep the position, but they can go for the switchback for the down under. Can they make it? The Lexus not have enough traction on the exit. The Porsche made it nicely back up ahead. We have an LMP2 closing in. No blue flags, of course. Faster class, they are allowed to get past, but currently, of course, the result for a lapped car, but down the inside, the LMP2 giving them tough time for the Porsche, and so that gives the Lexus a good opportunity towards on the PlayStation straight. We are towards the first chicane. The Silverheads have the inside advantage. Can they make it? Can they use it? No, they don't squeeze the Porsche too much, but they have the position before the first chicane happens, and so the Porsche could have a look. They make itself visible, but I believe not yet a chance for the overtake. The Mulsanne straight as well, I would say. Oh, the Lexus is going all wrong through the middle part of the chicane. They've lost all traction. The Porsche, the Park Motorsports gone past nicely. And the Mr. Bean Racing in the back, the Lamborghini, is ever so slightly creeping up on them. But the Lexus again for the inside towards the second chicane on the Mulsanne straight. We are. They've gotten the jump again. Will they lose the traction again? Careful, I believe that Lexus does have issues. Towards onto the curb we go. Very bouncy through there, but it looks like both of them made it. But the Porsche lost more time. The Lexus was smoother through there. And now the Porsche needs to look behind as well, as the Lamborghini is right in that slipstream, right in that tuck. towards the Mustang happen. It can go all over. The Lexus still leads off. They have now a bit of a gap to the Porsche, but the Porsche now has to fully look behind. They are under pressure. Can the Lamborghini maybe have a look into Indianapolis? They could have a chance through there. Partners are still under a second to the car ahead. A long stop from Vilu Endurance, the 95. So first long stop happening here. I believe there's more of a driver thing, or maybe issues. CI Motorsports, the Ferrari that we started taking a second long stop. 13 long stops altogether. All you get is qualified. From the race, there's teleporting going on the track. The aliens have decided to invade the track. That is in GLS PXN Racing. Teleporting, but going back past, pardon me there. Weaving now, looking for the inside, defending it there. The VIT Soul, the Toothless. Can they make it past? Not quite. They follow through, but that was, I can't imagine, a bit of jump scare for the driver in that VRT car. In the Vanguard Racing team, I believe this car is. So, through the outside. Now the inside, pardon me. And towards now the outside for the second chicane. They can make it past before the corner starts. The LMP2, GSS PXN are not making it easy, but they tuck behind for now. Giving it up for now, but then the next opportunity is arising fast through the Mustang happen. And maybe see an overtake opportunity through there. You see PXN has lost out a bit of traction on the exit of the second chicane. And so that looked to be a good overtake by the VRT, of course, with a bit of a jump scare from the lagging car. PXN drops down a little bit, and that's bad corner, misjudging the corner, gone wide. That gives VRT Soul a lot more to run away with. Not much of a slipstream. Might have to look behind. That's a hypercar in the back, so there's gonna be they're gonna make it easy. But through Indianapolis goes past one car. Left up racing team looking to get back with its class. One more car between him and his class. And there's LMP2 trying to make it down the inside. Of course, here comes the traction advantage of the LMP2. They're side by side throughout the throughout the right hand, and now 90 degree. Looking for the switchback. And that is the Ferrari absolutely botching the corner, going wide. And the LMP2 is back past. And now through the Porsche curves, there is LMP2 going to have the advantage. We will see the hypercar absolutely have no downforce behind it at all. Through the dirty as well. Look how fast LMP2 is taking that. The Ferrari, the hypercar, has absolutely no pace through here compared to the LMP2. Downshift one gear through there. The LMP2 is taking it way fast, and the absolute gap that is wide. Track limit warnings can still be applied. If that right there can be a track limit. After 3 warnings, we will see the first penalties. Of course, a bit early to see that, but then we go past goes there. Now back onto the GT3. We'll look at the Lightning McQueen, the Velocity Racing organization. Rusty sponsor at the front, 275. The Mustang, of course, the best car to have the Lightning McQueen livery on. A muscle car, pure America blood through there. And now towards the right-hander, following a Lamborghini. We're having black cars too. Moments here, Italian. It's not a Formula 1 car, but it's an Italian car versus the Lightning McQueen car. And in the back, that right there is another Mustang following through. See how that can go through. The Mustang a bit unbalanced, of course, the engine in the front. These cars have mid-engine cars. Balance is going to be easy. But we see the Mr. Bean racing car looking for the Sunset Octane. I believe the Sunset Octane has gotten the position of what doing the battles, but the Mr. Bean is not making it easy. Looking for the outside to Indianapolis, and can they make it? The Porsche says a nose in, but back out of that one, and so the Mr. Bean car goes back behind to where they were before. The White Tigers racing ahead, fighting the Park Motorsports car. Well, here we go, back with the three-way battle between the Ferrari and the two Mustangs. 785, we're seeing the solo driver 785 has a look where they are currently on the grid. I believe they had the issues. That was the car that had 2 long shots already. 785 currently 28 all overall. Here we go. We are on them now. There is him following in the Mustang to the Lightning McQueen and the Ferrari. Started 5th, stayed 5th, so no position changes there. But they have the chance. That is a sign that he has full-on focus on this battle here towards to the 4th chicane. Left, right, and right. Nicely tidy through there. And there's a good run by the Mustang here. And I believe he was also a bit surprised with that run. Looking, put himself in the slipstream of the Lightning McQueen car. The Ferrari up ahead could be under trouble here after the happen. After, of course, the Tetra Rouge happened. Not much of a happen, but pretty sharp corner. And there's the Lightning McQueen car going wide off the Dunlop curve. And that is a position gained. And there, he probably says thank you very much. On to the next car up ahead, the Ferrari, the Park Motorsports. He could be looking to get the podium position for now. Set himself good for the rest of the race. Touch a bit of grass. Careful to not lose the grip. Grass is a bit slippery and you can accumulate it on a tire. And through the Tetra Rouge curve. And now onto the PlayStation straight. Nice overtake through there, taking advantage of the mistake of the Lightning McQueen car, and we're back onto the LMP LMH battle through here. Up in front, LMH, there's 1 second between them, but overall the gaps have increased there, so we could have a lead, the switch again. These two close together at the start of the race, now back at the start, back 20 minutes nearly in. We are ever so slightly getting closer. Of course, we are closing in on the 3 p.m. mark. So from the start of the stream, an hour has nearly passed, but of course the race has only started half an hour later. Going through first chicane onto the Mustang straight. We have already lapped cars starting to give a bit of trouble here. Can they use it to their advantage, or can they use it as a bit of a green shell? Mario Kart reference here. Of course, you can use it as a blockade to you and your rival, but it does look like on the Mustang straight. No issues free here. Towards the second chicane we go. And there's a big gap between our leading LMH and the VRT Soul. They have the Porsche in between. That's a Park, I believe, Park Motorsport Porsche just in between. And then the Mr. Bean, the Lamborghini there as well. And past they go. And we see up in front of also absolutely having no trouble getting past there as well. That is a Park Motorsport Porsche there. So now on velocity. They are currently on a bit of their own for P6 as well in the LMH class. It's getting close between the Simline Racing and the Piva Racing for P5. They are very close together, but here we go. That's also close by here between Velocity Splash and CA Motorsports. Nicely down the inside towards the Mustang. Can we have a look maybe down the inside there as well? Now the CA Motorsports backs up for that, but that's a huge traction loss by the Simline Ravens Racing. And could you have a rather switch? They defend the inside. Through the outside goes the CA Motorsports side by side towards the kink, ever closing in towards Indianapolis. And there's a good battery usage by the Ferrari, by the Velocity Splash Racing, gaining a lot of straight line speed. But the CA Motorsport does not back out of that. But through Indianapolis, they know better. Back out of that for now. Up in front, we have a bit of a trouble as well. Piva Racing and Simline Rivals also struggling through there. That's the two, the blue and red hypercars following through. And now the hypercars we were currently seeing are now catching up to this in field. This battle here for I believe that is P4, P3 on the GT3 class, and the Lightning McQueen car, of course, being P5 respectfully. We're White Tigers Racing up from the top. Look at the Porsche cars. That is Piva Racing having issues. Oh dear, they're trying to split the needle there, but the Piva Racing stays ahead for now. The Simline Rivals Racing car had to stay put for now, but that is a good jump for them. And that is as well Velocity Splash and CA Motorsports catching very much. That's a corner cut there by Velocity Splash Racing. They had to take that. Of course, it was a bit risky. And we are having a 4-way battle here now for P5 in the LMH class. The CA Motorsports is the one car a bit far ahead, far behind, but we still have a few cars up ahead to lap. There's a big lock up through the second through. Oh, that's a Pivo car round! Pivo is round and losing all the positions. They were the leading car of this battle and now lost it through the Dunlop curve, where they're gonna rejoin back in 8th. That's 3 position loss. And they're out of that battle for now. We're currently also looking at the Lamborghini here. I believe I also have a mouse on the side of the car. Following towards the Porsche on the PlayStation straight. In the slipstream, ever so closing in. The Porsche ahead does not have any advantage. So down the inside, they're making it side by side. Can they get the position? Of course, there's a good slingshot effect. They are ahead. Are they gonna close in on the Porsche? Yes, they are. And there we go, up ahead. That was a clean, nice overtake, taking advantage they had with the slipstream through the first chicane towards the Mustang straight now. The Porsche now could have a bit of advantage, as now the Lamborghini has no slipstream and Mr. Bean car up ahead as well. A bit of in a world of their own. That is the White Tigers Racing staying ahead of the Sunset Octane. Lamborghini nicely done, but that is, we see the Mustang there going past the Park Motorsports car. That was, I think, for position there as well. And oh, they make contact, the two. They make contact, and so the Park Motorsports goes back past, and Mr. Bean is now right in this twisty battle here, and they wait no time whatsoever, going already for the inside. And get past the the Jerome's 785 car. I believe he's eating something there, is what I'm seeing. If there is, chocolate sticks, is what I'm seeing there. Interesting. That took me quite by the surprise. Eating while battling. That is multitasking on its finest. But now careful looking behind. There's all 4 blue flags. That is the Pivo Racing after making the mistakes. Oh, cutting through there. Left, right. Slallowing through the cars. As we are currently going into Indianapolis. Incredible numbers being shown here. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in for this spectacular, emotional final race. But back onto this racing. We are currently looking also at the driver to the right there. It's the car we're currently looking at. Mustang. Following the Park Motorsports car, following by Mr. Bean, and then there is the LMH car following through. That is the Ferrari of, if I was not mistaken, that is the Pegassi Motorsport hypercar going past as well. They're closing in onto the Pivo car too, so that's something to look forward. The battle can unravel soon through the Porsche curves. Park Motorsports leads it off, and now that we're excited, it's time to calm down with all the battles going on the track. A recap of what's happened the first half an hour is a lot of action throughout the first 10 minutes. Of course, in the GT3 class, they were all going close, but that was going on here. The Lactivian Lightning locomotives, Lactivian Lightning locomotive. Getting past the Lexus through the Porsche curse. The Lexus made a mistake and I believe hit the wall too. And that was quite a opportunistic move there as well. Seeing the opportunity, taking it, and now we're on board with the CI Motorsports car switching a few positions. They started 6th, lost the position. They've gained the position but then lost it again. Of course, there was a bit of a mistake with this hypercar here. The Velocity Splush Racing ahead is the car. They are currently fighting to get back to the starting position. And maybe even they have the Simline Rivals Racing car just ahead. The Polish racing team following the GLS picks and MTB so for the lead of the LMP2 class. Towards the first chicane. Nice through here, the Dunlop curve. Now follow through the S's. These cars suffer the most through earlier as the amount of downforce they produce. Doesn't seem to be many issues. Look how bumpy the track is. The setup must have worked wonders here. They can all track advantage. At the start, they only took a bit of that asphalt on the left-hand side. We are half an hour in, and they fully positioned their car on it. This is just the evolution of the racing brain. If you haven't advised, oh, the JSPX Racing already with internet issues teleporting. The Alec had to avoid for now, but that was unlucky as that was also, wow, lapping GT3 cars. Up in front, we have the VRT cutting through, and oh, that is late on the brakes. The JSPXN, are they going to cut the corner? And I think they just barely made it through there, but that was incredibly close to missing the braking point entirely and going through. We're now on the car corner team versatile car. And the car 770 going for the inside of the PMO. Oh, dearie me, that was very close. And good defense by the PMO endurance team. Nowadays, with the new brainrot, PMO does mean something new, I believe. Of course, PMO endurance car had their name before the entirety of the brainrot saga. Bit off trail there, so back onto the racing part. Enter car corner. Interesting towards the second chicane after the Morsane straight, but on board with a battle up behind with the GT3 White Tigers of Mr. Bean Racing. Mr. Bean is all over the place. Sideways, they go wheel to wheel. They touch each other on the straight there. They're gonna get close. There's barely room left between now the rooms being left, but I believe, oh, the hypercar goes cutting the corner just to get past. I believe Mr. Bean has left the space in the middle there. We have a new fastest lap. I believe that is what the ping means. And through Indianapolis, the Mr. Bean car lost out to the White Tigers. It was a great overtake using the hypercar as an advantage as well. We have Teddy on the car as well in front. Anyone who has watched Mr. Bean knows that that's a good part of the series. And now we look ahead. That is between the LMP2 cars. Camera-wise, we switch nowhere as this battle is having the same part of the track as the Mr. Bean car in front, who's trying it down the inside. Here we go, but they've backed out of that one for now. And oh dear, there's no space left. Oh, they have to back out. That's the VRT Soul having to stop behind the White Tigers. That is the three LMPs, LMP2s following through, and they made it just to pass. But that was a very risky opportunity there. Through now the final chicane, the 4 chicanes. There's VRT getting past LMP GT3 very soon. Then the Park Motorsports being involved in all that. Nice through the final couple corners, and now starting the next lap, and it looks nice. The VRT Soul Toothless has gotten a good jump. I believe they managed to get up to the lead of the race. That's incredible. They worked their way nicely to there. They just picked that, of course, no force to be discontinued. Of course, they are race winners here in CRL as well. So we have to see. Maybe they have the strength, of course, in the middle of the part of the race. Now the strength is still up throughout the whole grid, but as the time goes, the drivers do get tired. Of course, us in the commentary booth, we will have a few breaks as well. That is incredibly good as well for the drivers. Very close to it. It's very realistic as the driver swaps will happen here as well. The set of course, I think, very nice with the simulation. Now we are on board with the Alec, of course, the Polish car towards the first chicane. There's still a three-way battle here, and nice through here towards the first chicane. They're very close together, so the Polish racing team here could have a look towards JSPXN Racing. 42 versus the 75. Pardon me, the 75 is the lead versus the 2-2. That was incredibly nice through here. And now we have a message. Okay, so we have an information about the number 69. They had lost 2 tires after spinning. That is the car that we saw at the beginning. The guys gave it one last try. I can read the message here. So that's it from us. We had other plans, but when I lost 2 tires after spinning, we all decided there was no point in continuing. The guys gave it one last try, and then we put the car back in the garage. That's where our CRL story ends. With heartache, with tears, At the start of the race, the number 69 car. Sad that they are that they have ended it like this. Very disappointing. Sad to see that. Of course, that is as well how real life racing goes. Hardek just at the start, at the middle part, there's a huge, pardon me, a big speech. There's smoke flying in the back. Can we see who that was? That could be involved. We see that could have been an Octane car involved in that big incident at the back there. Huge incident, but back onto racing, and that is smoke flying all over the place. But they've managed to get it back up and running. I don't think we're seeing any retirements. Let me have a look. So that is very nice to see that they've got back, but a huge incident. For now, that was quite the shock. But back here, we're back onto racing. In the front, we're following the GT3s, following through the Porsche curves, and now up in front, we are now with the LMP2 cars. A lot less battles going on through there, and with that, bit of a calm down, but we're back onto the Lightning McQueen car, the Velocity Racing Organization, the number 275, towards the Dunlop complex, the Dunlop curves, of course, going under the Dunlop tire here. If the camera managed to pick it up, that has a new sponsor, CRL, where legends are made. Of course, currently we have a long race to go, but this is it. This is the last race where we are going to see the CRL go out with a flash on the final longest race of the season, 24 hours. On to the LMP2s. We are in the corner cars following the PM Endurance team. Of course, up ahead, a bit of a bigger gap. The Simline Rivals was slightly into this battle as well, but they've gotten out of that beginning part of battle as well. They've managed to get the pace up to run away a little bit. 1 hour into the stream, we are currently looking at the hypercars, the Velocity Splush Racing, following the Simline Rivals Racing. But the Simline Rivals Racing has, I believe, 2 cars, one in the hypercar class, one in the LMP2 class. So do not get them confused. I will also say the numbers following through here. But here we go. We now have the Polish racing team, the Alek.pl racing team 222, following the VRT Soul for the lead of the race. The 222 was involved in a bit of an incident at the start of the race, but they looked for the incident, but then switched back out of it now. And towards Mosain happen we go. That was a good corner by the both of them, but I believe the Alek.pl racing team got a bit of a better jump out of that one. And now to Indianapolis. First of all, little king to the inside. That's where Alek.pl makes opportunity pass. But the VRT Soul is right on the outside right there, but couldn't keep the speeds up. Took a bit of slipstream back out of that for the outside. No space given into Indianapolis. They're looking for the outside again. Close the door. The 222 get past onto the lead of the LMP2 battle here. We have the lead of the race for the LMP2 class. Alek.pl racing team, followed by the VRT, and just behind JSPXN, lost out a little bit, but back into it as well. So, towards the Porsche curve, Alek.pl racing team, followed by the VRT Soul Toothless, and then the JSPXN racing. But I believe now it's calms down a little bit. Alek did show good pace, and now that they've no dirty air up in front, I believe it's nothing to be lost enough for them. And we see the Park Motorsports car in between the Jeremiahs and the White Tigers. Interesting through there between the GT3s and the Haas. Had a bit of a trouble to start the race, and now being a bit under open world on this track. And as I said, 1 hour to start the race. 1 hour in, we're gonna have the minimap filled with dots, and that dots we're seeing at the top right are just GT3 cars. They are all sparse now, but here we see the battle for, I believe. Oh dear, Park Motorsports completely round. Oh dear, they've lost the rear and then gone round, and now they are down to position 8th place on the class. Huge spin. I believe they managed to keep it out of the barriers. That's LMP2 flashing the lights to get past. Oh, that was a hair between. That could have ended very. That could have ended very, very bad. But that was heartache by the Park Motorsports car. Incredible. As it's a hot 25 degrees on the track, 18 degrees air, and here in France, Le Mans. I'm the commentator, Captain Fox, for tuning in new, having a nice look here. Stay hydrated for every viewer, but oh wow, here we Pierce Endurance versus the car corner, side by side. As we have the race directors telling one of the drivers, I believe that was the PXN car, who's been teleporting for 3 times. I've been told, please fix your internet. Now, I'm not no electrician here, but I believe there is no button to improve your internet. I believe there's only a way to shut down everything that is using internet in the house. So we see a weather info clear, 18 degrees air temperature, 64 Fahrenheit, and 25 degrees track, temperatures 50%. I went faster. That is humidity 50%, no rain of course yet, but with the newest patch we might see rain. Maybe we have to set it up here or not. That will be discussed for later. Here we go now to the Mulsanne happen right at the end here. The kink there was just before and they have been closing in. The battles have a lot more calmed down. We have about a second gap to the SPS and the car corner. Hopefully I'm definitely butchering these names. Please in chat do tell us if I'm saying, if I missed saying the name very wrong. I'll try to fix my pronunciations as the race goes. So now we go towards the kink and then Indianapolis. Towards the PlayStation we have Line Racing. The driver still, we see the 50-year-old driver, with all the teams still in the back, having a conversation on their own. Hopefully not distracting the driver too much. GT3 is up ahead. Let's see how focused. Just look at how focused. Oh dear, that's a Porsche gone off. That's one way to let the driver by. I gotta say, that is a very nice way. And we might have connection issues. That is by us on the. There's connection issues by us here. We will be right back with the footage. Pardon us for that little connection mistake. The race is still going. The race is still up and running. As you see by the Sim9 Rivals Racing Team driver, getting a bit bigger, how focused they are going through. I believe they're now through the Porsche curves. Left, right. Then number 888. Let's see where we will rejoin. Looking everywhere. I believe that's that. Look at hard and all the information. Hard on the brakes. If we go through the now we're through the Porsche curves. Look at the steering inputs. Of course, that's all we are running off here. So for this now, big issues here. So I believe that we will be back with the footage. We will be back. I'll be still here with you with the live timing. So we have, of course, in the lead, Virgo Racing, the 944 car. Started on pole position, now got a 9-second gap to the VRT Soul Project Z car, the 217. And for the, pardon me for the outside noise as well, for the LMP2 class, we have the Alec.PR Racing. I saw an incredible overtake there. And VRT's Toothless is just 4 tenths behind. So once the footage comes back, we will have a look maybe on that battle going for the lead of the LMP2 class. Of course, just behind for P3 in the LMP2 class is the GS PXN Racing 42. That will absolutely make that battle ever so more interesting. And for the GT3 class, the leader in the GT3 is the Simline Rivals Racing Team 777, the sister team of the driver currently having a look on. With 3 seconds gap to the Apex car, there's number 66, and then there's an 8-second gap from P2 to P3. Park Motorsport 970 with an 8-second gap. Pardon me for that as well. So hopefully the footage will come back soon. Absolutely high concentration there by the drivers. And will we have the footage soon? I believe Lasky, if he's still here with us. So we're having issues here. Hopefully, there we go. The game is booting back up. So we'll be back with the racing. So in a few seconds' time, we're looking at the 785. That's gonna be fun to say something. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon. Bit of frustration growing it here. Let's see. We're back there. We're back with the racing. Here we go. And we are already on board with the PS Endurance team. Giving it a few seconds for the game to wake up. The game needs to dry up, needs to wake up. As I believe that's the only term I can really think of it. Don't mind this will not stay, as Kirito said. It is just for now. Once everything catches back up, we will be back to normal footage. Of course, sadly, CSP issues. There we go. We're back with the footage, and we are looking at the Velocity Racing Organization's the Lightning McQueen car, and then now up ahead of that we have the two LMP2s, PMO Endurance and the Car Corner. These two have been duking it out for quite a while now. Dipping into the black part of the track there. There's a bit of height difference there, so elevation change is easy to upset the car, but not luckily PM Endurance didn't use too much time doing that. Towards the fourth chicane, 1 hour nearly into the race, and I've got only positive things to say. We rarely had issues with the game and the server as well, which is of course touch wood. We don't want to jinx everything now. Of course, commentators first can go further than just drivers. I'll keep my mouth shut for anything there. The PMO Endurance car has lost a bit of touch to the Car Corner car. Oh. Pardon me there, that's a Lightning McQueen car going for the inside of the park. The velocity, oh, huge crash into the gravel. That is gonna get posted definitely in r/racing stewards, as those types of incidents always pop up there. That was a big incident. Velocity Racing lost big amount of time and definitely gained a bit of damage there. There's a disqualification. Drivetrain racing car disqualified, stop and go, 10 seconds not taken. Oh dear. Not much to say. Oh dear. There we go. That's a car that's been disqualified. They can't go. They're trying to go. They can't. That's it. That's it for them. They're gone. And that's how another team we're losing in today's race. Penalty not taken. That is heartbreaking. Very much heartbreaking. And as the camera feeds right onto the right tire, you saw the mouse there. back to the racing. Now back to what's happening on track. We see the White Tigers following the nice single driver team. I can't stress this enough. The car that is currently in 6th place in the GT3 car is gonna drive this entire race by himself. Now, I've had my own racing experience in endurance, and I gotta say, I mean, if you don't suffer from any health issues, it is possible, but he will be living off probably a water bottle or a drink close to him and snacks. There is not much time he can go and have an actual meal for 24 hours. People will call that torture, but he has done it himself. You see there under his camera, there is only one name. That is only him, Jeremias DX Slotzer team. So basically, he will be doing it all himself in the place. It's weird. I set my own chair in there. That's interesting. Back to him. Information about that. This driver. This is interesting here to be said for sure. We'll be giving this information up, of course, ever so often. Saying, I believe there's an anime character on the left-hand side of the car there. Of course, artistic freedom goes all ways, and we have some absolute fire deliveries. And oh dear, commentator's curse goes onto the car. Talk about delivery, and oh, the TSP Racing 003 off into the barriers, I believe, on their own. Too aggressive on the curb. Maybe, of course, it can also be driver mistake or setup mistake. New and activated. Quite the correct thing to say, yeah. That is, I believe the term is catch go on the side of the car. Don't ask me how I know these. Hopefully I am wrong. So, changing to the White Tigers Racing, back to the battle between him and the single driver, the 785 up in front towards the forward chicane. We go very much on the limit of track limits as possible without getting a penalty. I believe it is curb track limits here. We have a car in the pit lane. The Simline Rivals Racing that we did first actual pit stop, which is not involved with damage or tire or damage or other issues. And we also have another car that's a Lightning McQueen car also being in the pits there. There's a White Tigers Racing going for the overtake. That is a huge question mark there by the Mustang. That was going off to keep the position. I believe, yeah, giving the position back, that was a mistake. Luckily, the Mustang driver figured that one out. That could have ended nasty if the Ferrari the Lamborghini didn't react appropriately. But now the Mustang could have run back towards the first chicane. Here now, let's have a look how this would go. It's hard on the brake. Lamborghini has a bit more balance. Of course, it's a mid-engine car versus a front-engine car, so everything goes to the Lamborghini through this part. But the Mustang does have the advantage on the straight line speed. Of course, they are bobbed together. Balance of performance is put to all the cars together. So you have the Ferrari hypercar going past there. Not many issues. Nicely done. I do have to say, I'm a bit of a sucker for the original Ferrari livery. That just looks very nice. We have the Iron Horse going for the first long stop of the race. 40 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, per long stop. Nicely done there. So here we go to the battle here for the second chicane. Now the Mustang goes through following the White Tigers, and we see these have basically the same pace. It is just whoever's in the slipstream has the advantage. Immovable object versus unstoppable force, basically here. They will keep switching until either the pit stop phase comes on or a mistake. Of course, touch wood. I don't want to see these two being involved in a big collision or mistake. We must say it happen. Nice through there. The Lamborghini taking more on off the exit. asphalt as the Mustang, of course, the Mustang. Just staying in the slipstream, of course, staying out of trouble as well. That is a tactic in endurance racing often, where the drivers stay behind. No, they have opportunities, but once a 100% opportunity doesn't arise, just stay there, stay behind, and just stay here. Stay where they are, of course, minimizing any risk, any potential barrel mistakes or just pressure mistakes. As we are in 5 minutes, the first hour will be done, and that with the first hour coming. Have the first blue flag warning by the race director. Interesting. The drivers, of course, clean knew how that works. I believe that we have a battle here for 14th now of this 40th here. The PMO endurance car. Pardon me, as ahead. The ARS PRS had a slight mistake there. CRT Spectrum got past the ARS car. We have the Real Go Racing, our lead car, for the long stop. 20 seconds to the car behind, and let's have a look. I have to be honest, look at the strategies here. Real Go Racing, with this huge gap to the car behind, both are on 0 stops. Now, of course, after this will be the first stop. There we see VRT stays out. Eyes on. Oh dear, my live timing has frozen. The live has frozen by a bit now. Both are on 1 stop strategy, so
42 blue flag, 42 blue flag, please let the car behind you. Bye.
42 had the blue flags, and so all the leading cars have gotten their stop, and I believe VRT has gone one lap earlier, still 10 seconds gap between the two, so we're back on the battle here for P14 overall, which is, I believe, also P5 in their class. The number 61 versus the CRT Spectrum 191, and I think I saw them go wide, but they've kept it onto the asphalt. That was close here. Let's have a look if they could have a chance. That's a big distance to the most sane. The gap is also pretty big, so I don't think they're going to have a look for the next opportunity. But now towards the most sane right-hander. So I'm going to say, I saw a custom helmet in there as well. That is pretty rare to see with custom liveries. Sadly no camera, I believe, for the inside. As you see, nothing like as hard as the camera, but we're still following through the CRT Spectrum. That livery, iconic. They've been driving with that livery for the season for a long time, but a long distance back. They said. There's been a warning as well, but I'm sorry I had to speak over. That was a long distance back overtake. The CRT Spectrum didn't expect it, but there was contact, as of course the ARS car barged them their way through there. Absolutely deciding, I don't want to stay behind. This is it. I'm going past now. And now they could use the Porsche to help here. Yes. Oh, that was. The CRT Spectrum was indecisive if they want to get past there now or not. They've got past finally after a bit, but that was, oh dear, that was a huge overtake. Something you wouldn't see in an endurance race like this. A huge send from the back. But wow, that if it worked, unless of course we'll see some reports coming in afterwards, but at the end of the day, that overtake has done and sticked, and we have a battle here. A new car joining into this battle, Latvian Lightning locomotive joining in. I have to say, I kind of like that. That livery, very different than what we see on the track, but I like it. Put it on my own taste here, following the Jeremiah's Mustang there. To be a solo driver, it is quite hard to say that he has been involved in the majority of the action for the first hour. You would like to see that maybe that he has a break, but he has been basically much sweating already to start the race the first hour. Now we're with the Latvian Lightning locomotive. We have a few fans in the chat as well, rooting this team here, the 441. And in the back we have a hypercar and a Lamborghini. I believe there's a White Tigers. The White Tigers following through, and you could be seeing a three-way battle here between the between 30 overall, of course, between the 785 to 441 and to 203. That is quite a position, an opportunity to be seen. Of course, with Lamborghini behind us, lost just a little bit too much time. I think that was, if I can speculate, I believe that was a bit of a thing happening between LMH cars. And so, towards now the next part of the track, and we see the Latvian locomotive, Lightning locomotive, going into the pit lane and absolutely overshooting. Oh, that is a huge time loss there, huge onto the gravel, but they brought it back into the pit lane. This is time. They could be looking for maybe a long stop, or maybe just a pit stop. Of course, 1 hour in, these cars can, the drivers of course can split it 4-way, 6 hours a driver. Pit stop masterclass, as we see in the chat. That was very much a pit stop masterclass, or as people say, disaster class. Losing a bit of time, but back here for the GT3s, the Simline rivals are closing into Park Motorsport. They've been involved in a lot of activity here. And back again, Park Motorsport and P4. We'll see maybe how Park Motorsport car can go through. Going now towards his first chicane. The Simline Racing Lexus following the Park Motorsport Porsche. Of course, 2 Park Motorsports, 3 and 4. That team, something to be happy with so far. Can Simline ruin their dreams for now? Be in the way, break in the middle. Be inside a Park Motorsport sandwich. As ahead, I think there's also a hypercar going ahead towards the second chicane. If that's an hypercar, I believe there's an LMP2 there. Counting hypercar, that hypercar was already breaking away quite fast. Here we go towards the Mulsanne hairpin. That's a good run by the Simline Racing Rivals Racing team. And here we go to slipstream, 260 kilometers an hour. Bottom right, we see now nearly 275, 280. They have to over. Can they look for the inside? They stay behind for now. And so that was it. That was it for now. And back on this way here in the slipstream towards the Indianapolis corner now. How can this go? How will this go now? Towards the kink now. They look for the inside. And can they have to run now? They are past. Oh, they go fast onto the racing line, and oh, they've overshot it fully. They've gone past, but too far. The Simline Rivals Racing was too optimistic on their brakes, and we see Lightning in the back. The Velocity Racing organization closing in. There's a full course yellow. We have a full course yellow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow flag, full course yellow flag.
That is because of the Haas AM. I believe there's another car involved in the back there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Big incident there, and the Haas sadly cannot catch a break. They are still 18th overall behind the 3 LMP2 cars. Just a little bit of a break. My voice as well, currently going solo for the first 2 hours. We have Lasky here as well. I'll take the compliment any day of the week. And so, back to green we go, and we see the Haas already getting past an LMP2 there. I believe that was after them, pardon me, just ahead. So we see here up ahead we have a bit of a gap too. Have to recalibrate to see what after the focus how it's going on with PMO. Lost a bit of time to the car corners up ahead as well. So there is a lot of time caught between the LMP2s to see how can they go. It was Indianapolis now, P3 in the LMP2 battle. We have lost, I believe, one LMP2 as well due to penalties. CI Motorsports in the GT3 takes a third long stop. Interesting. Not even about an hour in, taking 3 long stops. They're gonna have none. They're gonna have none left by the end, so they're gonna go for longer stints. And I think I have to be brutally honest. I've done a huge mistake on a White Tigers racing. There's a tiger on the car. It just that was my mistake. That's Ferrari off. That's the Ferrari a start off in the gravel trap. Interesting. I was doing all the drama here with the LMP2 hypercars and GT3s. White Tigers was closing in to the Park Motorsports and the Mustang up in front. Three-way battle, and the Mustang got past the Park Motorsport towards the first chicane. Can we see Park Motorsport maybe respond? They're going for the inside. The Ferrari can have a look. Are they gonna go for it? They have the overspeed, but not as brave on the brakes as the Mustang. They can look for maybe the Mustang straight here now. So can they have a look? Two here onto the next chicane. The White Tigers following through the 9970 Ferrari and the Rivals Racing. Pardon me, the White Tigers is following the 970. The Mustang in front got a good run out of this first chicane. Can the Lamborghini maybe have a look for Italian versus Italian? 2 car manufacturers which have history together. And if you're interested to see how Lamborghini actually started, that is quite a story of its own. But we see LMP2, the PXN car, getting past the Lamborghini here, and so towards the Mustang. It is a second between the 2 cars here. Towards now Mustang, late on the brakes as a Lamborghini, but absolutely beautifully done, slowing down absolutely to the T, and now having a good opportunity to the Ferrari. To the inside they look, the first right hand king. They have their nose ever so slightly on the inside. The Ferrari can't close the door now, and they're side by side, wheel towards the second king here before Indianapolis. Are they past the White Tigers? Oh, so close. The Ferrari is still there with the front splitter, but that's the White Tigers pass. Beautifully done. We have a few tower issues there on the left hand side, and oh dear. Oh dear. I believe what's happened is the game crashed. Oh, we're back. We are back. The game had a bit of a hiccup there. We are so back, as people would say. We're now Park Motorsport for the second place of the GT3 class ahead with the Silverhead division. Now we're back onto the Ferrari three-way battle. We saw Ferrari with Lamborghini and Mustang, but the Mustang has managed to run away. The White Tigers have a good overtake through Indianapolis. We've missed the final part, but we can have an imaginary recreation. I believe it was through the inside. There were all cars, and so the Ferrari didn't manage to fight it back, and the White Tigers are now hungry for the next prey, as Tigers do. Of course, the Mustang is the prancing horse. Don't have any correlation there, but it's just the Mustang versus the Mustang versus Tigers. So GT3 had more screen. I believe Of course, up in front of the hypercar, not many battles going on. Talk about it. As I say that, we have the Velocity Splush Racing getting closer to the Simline Rivals Racing. And so, we see towards Indianapolis, can the Simline Rivals Racing do something here? Can it defend? Are they going to defend? Do we think defending is the better choice? We are seeing what they're on board, and the team absolutely interested in what's going on in this battle there. And so we have a new commentator for now for the next 20 minutes. I believe we have Lotus joining in, or joining me for the next 20 minutes.
Hello, hi. So what is going on since the start?
So in the hyperclass, not a lot of battle Virgo starting on pole. We had the second Virgo car who started on P3 had a massive issue, and I believe now look at the timing, I believe he has completely on set with their, they're still racing, but had a massive mistake throughout. They started on P3 but were beached a bit on the gravel. I had to let everyone by. Then in the GT3, the Lightning McQueen car and the single driver, they've been involved in a lot of overtakes and battles, and now we're here looking at the podium position, P4 position for the other hypercars. The driver here, we have the camera on, that is a 15-year-old, as far as Lasky has told me. I believe full age we don't know yet, but a young up and rising driver in the Simline Rivals team, followed by the Velocity Splush Racing, that is not the green cars, but I believe the car just behind, the white green. So not much on position changes so far, but a lot of drama and action going on.
Okay, I can see that. Well, Simline Rivals Racing isn't that close actually to the third position, but well, it's still 22 hours to go, so maybe that will change.
Of course, we have passed the first hour, and in the mini-map of the right, I've said before, that's how much the cars just get spread. And now here we see the PMO Endurance car trying it once again. The car corner has been battling throughout the whole race. Through saying absolutely gone wrong. The 49 lost the rear end, caught it, and lost it again this round. Car corner keeps the position.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake, even though the cars, I think they were for lack on delivery. No, they didn't help. Massive mistake, but they need to keep going.
We had already 2 DNFs this race, one where 2 tires basically punctured. Basically, you can't drive. That was the CRL car to start the race. We had read the message, and then we had a second car disqualified for not taking the penalty. But here we go, the White Tigers and the Mustang, the single driver Mustang, back at it again. The White Tigers finally got past. They've gone into a catch-up battle for 2 laps now and gone up for the podium position, and interesting.
Very interesting. We'll see how it resolves. Jeremia's Klosek team. We can see them on the camera. I think it's the only driver of this team. And I think he was driving in Vile one time. I'm not sure. But I do remember his face. You can see a little smile peeking through there as he scratches his hair. Of course, the long straight is for scratching your hair, etc.
I believe he has seen his own face on the screen here. I believe he's also talking to a race engineer. I believe, as much as he's the only driver, he's in a call with someone. Hello! Waving to the camera!
He's so happy.
Look at that. That is the beauty
Awesome.
of it. So, following through the White Tigers. He is in that battle.
So much.
He is in his
He's
battle
so
as well.
happy. Yeah, but look at his smile. He's so freaking happy.
So
to be
innocent.
here.
So innocent.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
But he can't get too distracted. He's still racing the White Tigers for the podium position here. He's still laughing there. That's
Yeah, he looked at the stream and started laughing. Oh my goodness.
I believe it's being told what's happening. Oh, here we go now. Back to the actual racing. Lightning Locomotive following Park Motorsports 4P8. They've done a long stop later than usual, recently after, but the Park Motorsports car, they were 2-3 for a while. I believe they've both gone for the long stop as well, dropping down to 7 and 8. That's not their final position, definitely. So we will see how that goes on later on.
That is true. But I think we need to take a look at this livery. Don't you think it's pretty cute?
I already had a talk about myself that I've gone with a different approach than mostly the other drivers have gone for, like more of a racing aesthetic with all the designs. They've gone different, which I do like, just the way they've gone. Do you have any story about that livery?
Me? Any story?
Do you know why do you know anything why they've gone with a peculiar looking livery? As of course, I was talking about.
There's a cat on the top. I've only noticed now. There's a cat on their mask.
Many cars are running a cat, but while that happened, they've gone past the 997 Park Motorsport towards the second chicane now. The Park Motorsport looks for the inside, going for now. We see in the back those two dots there coming closer. That's them towards a sharper hairpin, a chicane. Can they be brave on the brakes? The rainbow-looking car, red, yellow, blue, and they've gone past easy there. Lexus versus Mustang, but the Mustang looks to have a good run, and now back for the outside for the little right-hand kink. Careful with the Ferrari. That's there, but there. Dear me, I believe they've gone just past, but that's their. If they make a mistake, that's on them. But of course, we see the Mustang going back past.
Yeah, so delivery. We're talking about delivery. Well.
No story. We had a time crunch. Well, that's a story.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
But really I like nice. the geometric approach kind of. You see it? The triangles.
The anti-symmetrical. Yeah. The very anti-symmetrical. People who are suffering with OCD are absolutely moving in their chair, but I had this talk with a few of my mates a few days ago. Anti-symmetric liveries are fire. I gotta say, they just work so well. Just because a car doesn't have to have doesn't have to be symmetric to look nice, and this is a good example of what I mean. And also with the time crunch, they've gone with a bit of a minimalistic touch, and it still really much works. It got their own flavor, so to say. When you think of that team, that's the livery you think of.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it looks so good, minimalistic and anti-symmetric. It just turned out so good. So you could say, yeah, we okay.
Pardon me, I made a mistake.
Okay.
As well, so I corrected myself there. Pardon me.
Actually.
It's not anti-symmetric. Pardon me.
Yeah. So, well, even if you didn't say that you had a time crunch, I would say this is really good livery. I'm not obsessed. I like it.
I believe the livery you were obsessed with was the sunset.
Oh,
but
okay.
They've gone with a new approach here. They've gone with a new approach.
We don't talk about that one.
Alrighty, so back to race. Oh dear, the hypercar absolutely misjudging their braking with the Mustang, with the Latvian, with the Latvian Lightning locomotive there, getting just past, and few battles still going on track. We still have the battle for 4th place overall. Silverman Rivals Racing with Flush Racing. Hopefully we get our camera on there as soon as possible. Here we go for P5. We see onto the first chicane.
That is true. They're really close to each other, but of course the GT3 car is a bit laggy, and well, it's hard to even fight with a GT3 car in the middle. It's like a hypercar sandwich, you know?
Absolutely, with a car like that, you can use GT3s to your advantage. But back with the solo there, he can't catch a break. He has been in the battle ever since the start of the race, which is absolutely what he doesn't want. He's gonna use up all his energy by the time halfway point comes around.
That is true. I've always like wondered, like, how do you drive a car? And he's smiling again. How do you drive a car alone? Like 24 hours. That's a long time. When do you have the time to eat, drink, whatever, go to the toilet? Like, I want to take a shit, but it's a race.
What?
Like, you can't. You're just gonna squeeze it in, you know? You get me?
He's gonna use the long stop. He has 40 seconds per long stop. Bathroom breaks can be taken there. He's gonna have to live off snacks and probably he has a water bottle or something nearby. Hopefully, so a human does need a bit of sustainability. Of course, he doesn't have to eat big meals. He's just gonna be very hungry after the race.
No, look, I look.
Deprived.
He has a Red Bull seat, so maybe.
Where the Red Bull cans, show him to the camera.
Maybe. One of the chatters said, "Bro has a bucket under his chair." I dare you not.
From the toilet.
I dare you not.
Or stop the drivers, otherwise you're gonna be disqualified.
725 having again internet issue. I believe he's been told if he doesn't fix his problems, he's gonna get disqualified. And I believe he's been told the joke. Does he have a bucket or does he have any Red Bulls nearby? Of course, we will see.
It's a mystery now.
It's a mystery.
We don't know. Maybe he was smiling at the bucket, and maybe he was. Ooh, a little touch.
Full course yellow.
Full course yellow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow flag.
I have that chair. It is possible. We have there is a empty space underneath. It is very much possible. I have the same chair. Well, what I'm wondering
Also,
is
he would not give camera if that would be the case. I'm actually.
He's running with no pants, but we just don't know it.
Yeah, we just can't see it.
So hopefully he doesn't stand up. Focus yellow ending. Back to racing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, green flag, green flag.
Go, and back to battle. We have the Apexer. They were in P2 for a while. I believe after a long stop. So I've got back to liveries. Looking at this is the only car right now, I believe, with light up LEDs. We had that we had them pretty much half the grid had that in the last few races. As nighttime comes, that car will stand out like a... What does stand out? I had something, I forgot. It will stand out quite a bit on the track once nighttime comes out. It is 1-to-1 in-game time, so currently it is 3:52 p.m. there, and my stint will be coming to an end in 8 minutes. I'll be back hopefully sooner than later. If not, at 2 a.m. will be my next stint with Lodos here next to me.
Oh no. I wish I wasn't there.
That is already beautiful to hear. Drama happening in the commentary box, not on the track. So back to racing. I want to forget everything that's just been said. To the Apex car, followed behind the Scuderia Carmona car. The Porsche behind, the Porsche behind Ferrari, great. The Porsche behind is only 3.5 seconds behind, and if that comes to closer, we could see a battle here. Of course, can go. Now the 11P2 goes past. Look at drive time. So do we have any close battles? We have the Park Motorsport to 32, position 32, the 997 getting close to 94. At half a second to each other. Maybe we can have a look there. That is here going for P. Oh, there's a Ferrari in the barrier.
What has happened there? We won't know.
Well, we
won't ever know. And another one.
There's another Ferrari off. The Ferraris are not having fun. Oh dear. That was a CI Motorsport. There we go. Oh, that is huge damage. So you can see that there's no traction on the car whatsoever. Will he go to the pit lane? I believe very much so. Luckily, that damage came right there. There's a side by side. Dear goodness, side by side there between a Mustang and I believe that's Lexus now. The silver head. The Silverheads got back up. Deary me.
Yeah, we can see the look at Jeremiah's face. It's very much concentrated looking at what's going on, but having some time to look at his second monitor. But he's being chased. I would shit myself.
I'm gonna
if I had a bucket.
Under the shell. If I'd been his shoes, I'd focus on not using too much of my energy. Of course, it is easier said than done with, 24 hours, but once, 8, 10, 12 hours come along, you'll feel weak. It's basically a gym workout, depending on how his wheel is set. It is a workout you're basically doing, and every one of our gym buddies, gym rats in the chat, knows how much, how difficult it is. Just after, like, you get sore, and your body tells you, I need a break. And, taking more of them chalky sticks there as nutrition. We saw that before. He was eating about a few chalky steaks while we being in a 4-way battle. When he gets hungry, he eats.
He doesn't think what the moment is. He just eats. I feel like it's me.
He just wants to, talk about food, man, makes me hungry. If I had some chalky sticks, I'd be eating them right now. As a commentator, I do need my mouth open and free. Take that as however you'd like. So back here, we see...
Alright. Yeah, what do we see?
I was about to say we see a battle here. And the hypercar, the ACRT and the CI Motorsports, the 875, they've been involved in a bit of drama as well, but we're on here with the actual Ferrari livery, I believe slightly altered, and ahead the CI Motorsport, of course, their own livery running very much beautifully there, and LMP2 in the back. If something for you lotters to realize, if hypercars follow LMP2s in the Porsche curves, the LMP2s are faster just because of the extra downforce they have. Hypercars don't have as much downforce as LMP2 cars have, but that's a huge dive! Nearly going into the rear end of the CI Motorsports car.
But it's true, yeah. That did happen indeed.
Now Indianapolis, the Ferrari livery car going past the CI Motorsports just before Indianapolis. Through Indianapolis, will we see a back move? Not quite. Broke quite early there.
Yeah, he was trying. He dived in, but what happened there? What made him take that decision? That looked really weird.
Indianapolis is quite a tricky corner to go side by side with. It goes cambered and then goes anti-cambered midway. Very difficult to keep the traction up if you're following. That's a Ferrari hypercar. Deary me, being in collision with the I believe that's a Ferrari. The collision. Oh, deary me, the hypercar. That's Haas. I am again. The Haas being involved in drama. This car cannot take a break. It says 10th on the board. They are behind, I believe, a lot of LMP2 cars. They just cannot catch a break.
I know a person who can't catch a break too, and I think it's Jeremiah. He seems to be fighting all along, even though he's a single driver. Now on the screen, Ars AM Hyper Car, I believe that's what the name could be from.
Absolutely. Talking about the single driver, really, they need to get ahead in the game. Sometimes you have to sacrifice, knowing, am I going to sacrifice my position for my energy, or am I going to push and actually risk that I'm on the risk of a burnout before the end of the race? Following the White Tigers Racing and the Lightning McQueen car. These two, this is now for provisional lead Don't know for how long this will stay. They've not done their long stop yet. But here we go through the Dunlop curve. Can we see an overtake? Oh, that was very close, but stays behind for now. Twisted S's now. Very much. The McQueen thing got a bit of wobbly on the exit. Didn't have the traction. The White Tigers go into the provisional lead.
That is true, so the Lightning McQueen isn't maybe the fastest one, as they said. Because,
Lightning
you know,
McQueen
they
has
always
shown a lot of
said,
pace.
I am speed, you know. What was it? There's 11 losers and 1 winner or something like that?
1 loser, 1 winner. God, I can't quote the Lightning
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, how could
so
you?
It's at the beginning. 1 winner.
Yeah, of course.
50 losers, I think it was 50 or 40 losers. Because
I don't know. If anyone from the chat knows, please let us know, because we're not
Of course, we
autistic.
have the power of the internet.
Yeah, type in ChatGPT or other shit, you know. Lightning McQueen quotes. Deep.
I literally typed that. na.
Okay, what was it?
Oh, 1 winner, 42 losers. There we go. I eat losers for breakfast.
And
That's
for that,
successful.
our stint comes to an end.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
So, Lightning McQueen, careful. Let's end this though before we go. Lightning McQueen car, the Velocity Racing. Oh, that was very close to the second chicane. The organization. Oof, the White Tigers are not making it easy for them. And with that, hope the new commentators know what's been happening till now. If not, we can quickly catch them up, and then it's them. It is them go for the next 3 hours. Pardon me, 2 hours, and there will be a small break afterwards. So we have now Wojciech and Georgi.
Grzegorz, so called.
Okay, pardon me. Is that it? Ooh. I'm not good with names. I've been butchering names the whole stream now. So, you know, I'm not taking.
Yeah, so I think we should give them the voice, because you've been talking for too long.
My voice is
Go
gone.
to sleep. So that was Lotus and
Alright.
Captain Foxy.
And we sign off. We'll be back later.
Bye bye.
Hello there. We just did the swap. Hello, Wojciech. Again.
Hello. And hello to everyone watching right now on the stream. We want to welcome every single person that's watch right now, and hopefully we can provide you with some feedback and some actually some nice and funny thoughts about a race that is going on right now.
So yeah, we got a really interesting start with really nice battles, some crashes, and yeah. But now for now it's really nice.
It's typical for the endurance races that we have few crashes here and there and stuff like that.
And we have 100 viewers, which is what a record just. At the start we
it's
had 123 and I saw them, and yeah, what a record for us.
That's nice. We have a lot of fans watching right now. And to be honest, I was thinking the Mustang car that we are watching right now, we were traveling like seconds ago, have like oopsie made in the livery. That was some kind of issue, but I think that was design choice.
Maybe.
But to be honest, I have no idea, because I was away for almost 2 weeks, so I couldn't follow what was going on with the skins
we
and
had
stuff.
some battle going into the GT3 class between 55 and 785. Jeremias Schwarzek, I think it was, and I forgot the name of the team. Crazy.
Yeah, there is a lot of like very long team names, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to follow everything.
We're gathering for the last 20 minutes, I think, and it's going really interesting. So until now we had many battles in the NFP class and also in the hypercar class. And yeah.
Right now it's good that we have a little bit fighting going on in some classes, because in endurance race we often don't see anything going on the track in terms of like battles and overtakes. Most of them are basically the faster class. The faster cars are overtaking slowers, yeah. But we saw LMP2 parked on the side. I think that was collision with other car, but I have no idea. And right now we can see that nice and smooth overtake by the hypercar on the slowest car. No one give him any kind of troubles. And we are watching right now a battle between two GT3 cars, between Mustang and Lamborghini. And of course, LMP2 at the back, a little teleportations going on. You can check it out. I hope they repair their connection, because it can provide a lot of unwanted collisions.
And I think there is another battle going. No, they're 2 seconds from each other, the 785 and the 55 car. So that's we got in the GT3 class at the moment. Mr.
Yeah,
Bean Racing, Sebastian riding locomotives.
Lavet and
What happened there? I think Lasky had this connection. So
that was interesting, to be honest.
yeah.
Holy fuck. Dual PC stream, maybe?
We've noticed that Lasky is disconnecting, like it's every 30 minutes. It's not 40 or 50, it's every 30 minutes just.
Womp womp.
That's crazy. At the start, I caught 123 at the moment at the start. That was really crazy. And for the, I guess now people are gonna watch us because we have our last race here. So maybe that's why. Who knows? Yes, in future.
Oh well. LeMans. Basically.
We're making Wojciech, don't forget we have steamed in 5 in the morning. Don't worry about that.
I know. I'm very, very interested in that. Actually, to be honest. And to everyone who is watching on the Twitch, we have a little bit oopsie here and there, because we got a crash POV from the race, so don't worry about it. Sometimes it's gonna happen, but we try not to. But we try very quickly to connect and show you what is going on the track and maintain, of course, the transmission.
I think I'm so sorry for talking these things here, but I think something happened with the weather FX option.
Yeah, things like that can happen. Yeah, so
I had the same problem with the latest TSP version, so that's why I require running on the 2.7.
oh well, it's typical Assetto Corsa
Did you
stuff.
switch the setting before joining? No. I get you. Okay. Until it disconnects you again.
I saw one car without lights. They should be penalized for that.
Okay, let's continue. We got now on board here with the 888 car. They're driving from the Sim Center Poznan run race. Give us a sign, please. Please. For Georgie. Okay.
They are too focused. Yeah, they are too focused on the race.
Yeah.
Wait, I was thinking they were sitting like on the basic IKEA chair, but they have like proper sim rig.
Yeah, they are. Here we see 785 car. This is a stream, I think, also. Okay.
To be honest, that's amazing.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm very amazed that teams decided to gather around in like stream center and race together, basically, because it has a lot of benefits.
It makes it even more fun when you're with your mates in sim center and racing together.
Yes, and then of course you are not sitting alone. You have always someone who can grab you something to drink in the meantime, or help you out, guide you. So that's amazing, and that help you keep being more focused and don't do mistakes.
I have never raced in the sim center with my team because we're all from Bulgaria, but we haven't raced.
Oh! We have a lot of issue between LMP2
another multi-class condition. Another one.
That's not ideal, and I don't know how to put it, and because every time when I'm at the commentator booth, I always try to remember people to be aware that there are few classes, and you need to be aware of faster approaching cars, faster cars approaching. It force you to deal with the faster classes and other drivers. So, guys, it's only 2 hours, not full 2 hours in the race, and you started to make a lot of oopsies. So, keep focused, guys, please, and the girls.
I mean, I forgot also to tell on the briefing that that's not a sprint race. You must not take it as a sprint 24-hour race. It's a long race. Everything can ruin.
Can happen, basically.
Second.
Yeah. And if you make a little mistake or misjudge something, just don't quit. There are still a lot of time to gather speed and get some time on the timetable, catch someone up. Remember, at night there are always a lot of mistakes, a lot of mishap going on, so you can basically get free positions, free pit stops and stuff like that. very long race, and that's basically it. So maintain focus, be consistent, don't make stupid decisions, and try to avoid as much as possible very painful collisions with other teams
or class, basically.
Yes, that's basically for everyone who is racing on the track. And especially, you should be very aware when you are near GT3s, because for some reason, I have no idea why, but they tend not to pay attention to other classes.
Yeah, we're not mentioning that in the briefing that the hypercars and the hypercar is not the I mean the most cars which takes priority on the track. It's not a priority class. All the classes are priorities, and they must respect all the drivers themselves. They have to respect each other, and yeah.
Yes, and when you drive in hypercar, it's basically very fast, very agile car. So you need to be more and more aware of the limitation, the possibilities to do what to do in the car. So and it's very hard to judge sometimes how GT3s are gonna behave, because I think a lot of teams that choose GT3s are testing the drivers they don't know anything about, or they try to give someone who have less experience in endurance races to check if they are suitable for that kind of the races. So I think that's the main issue, because like I said, a lot of people in GT3s are less experienced than other drivers on the track.
Even in the higher classes. So
I never knew. Oh, we have a little bit spin in not the best place, to be honest, because it's right outside of the corner. Oh, that could be
penalty. That is a
yeah,
penalty, clear penalty. That's a clear penalty.
that was very bad. They shouldn't do something like that.
If the hypercar didn't back off the throttle, they were gonna crash.
It would be pure chaos. Yeah, it would be pure chaos. We would have like 4 cars basically crashing out with each other. He should, in my opinion, of course, he should try to get out of the racing line.
Yeah, outside the white line, basically.
Yes, and try to slowly and steady get back on the track. Don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, that's you. When you try to rejoin this track, you must do it as safe as possible.
And of course, guys, remember, we have a little bit more information about the race thanks to the built-in map. So you can expect when you look for in the minimap, you can expect someone approaching the corner and or the place when you spin out. So you can expect and prepare for smooth and safe rejoin. It's not like we are forced to ask our engineer or someone who manage our race, like in the normal race when you don't have minimap, informing you about position on the track for every other car. And there are a lot of other apps in Assetto that can help you with checking the gap, checking who is approaching and stuff like that.
Yeah, there are thousands, actually, thousands.
Yes, that's basically it. So it's not like you guys are forced to ask your engineer or someone who is guide you, someone who guides you for the whole race. You can focus yourself. You have a lot of apps that can help you manage your race. So use them wisely, please, and don't do anything that can harm any other driver or anyone on the track.
As we're now on board with, not on board, they're showing now the Simline Rivals Racing Team car. Our partners, basically, they're our partners. And yeah, wish them all the best during this race. They started the race, I think, from P2, I'm not sure, and they're, no, I'm not sure if they're battling right now. Yes, they are battling right now with Park Motorsport. Car 75.
I must say,
Okay,
right now
yes,
there are not a lot of.
They're fighting for a position.
They
for
are very close. Yes, yes.
For the
And to be honest,
position.
honest, they have a lot of pace right now in the car. They are probably near to the end of the stint, I think.
And the Simline car just overtook the Park Motorsport. We haven't seen Park Motorsport here since a long time, to be honest. Really, really long time. I think they didn't race here in Season 3. They also didn't race in the Spa 24-hour race. But they're back for our last ever race in CRL.
I have the TSP Racing have a lot of issues right now. They are very, very far behind in the tempo when you saw the. Yeah, they have their lap time was far, far, far beyond competitive to the leaders right now, because it was around 12 seconds.
Yeah, the battles just they're gone. You know, until now there was a lot of battles. I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of battles going on. LMP2, Hypercar, and GT3 also. But there is a time that racing just dies for hour or two, and again, because now teams are doing long stops, pit stops, long stops, normal stops, and yeah.
And everything, the battles depends on how teams are approaching strategy, how they are approaching getting tire change, getting fuel ready, managing long stops, and how they are preparing for that. So that's how battles can stop on the track, and we see nothing for a lot of time. But I hope we're gonna see a lot of things going on when we gonna approach the end of the race, because that can boost our excitement and our and I forget one word. That's typical.
Yes.
But yeah, I hope for better spectacle when it comes to like the end of the race, because well, it's gonna be basically preparing themselves to the end. Oh, they lost so much time on the last lap. I know it's.
I don't know what happened. Maybe because
it's not
of
the.
on board now with Pivo Racing. Pivo Racing. There is a team called Pivo Racing.
Pivo. Pivo. They're fueling pivo into the fuel tank.
What is pivo? They just use pivo. Why should they?
Yeah, they should.
Pivo? I mean,
it's an alcohol, so it have like the burning abilities, but they should use something like vodka or stuff like that because it's higher octane, higher percentages alcohol.
yeah, but yeah, many of the teams now are doing pit stops. And now the racing is going to die soon, and we are not. I don't know for what are we gonna talk about.
I mean, I think the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying is starting.
Oh shit. Okay.
We got information on the chat that Jan is driving Pivo car and he's Polish, so he's probably gonna drink a lot.
Yeah, I think there was two Polish driver in this team. I don't remember, but I checked them. I was thinking that they're all Polish guys, but yeah, there is also one German, I think, and I don't know. No, I'm gonna tell you
to be honest,
now.
when you I mean, if you combine like Germans and Polish guys into like Pivo team, it's perfectly fine because you know German loves Pivo too.
Two German drivers, two Netherlands drivers from Netherlands, and one from Poland. So.
Oh, so we have a very Pivo-liked team. And people from Netherlands love beer too, so it's basically Pivo team.
I suggest, I don't know if in future if we're gonna have a team name like Heineken Racing Team or something like this because they're sponsored. Imagine.
Imagine getting sponsored by a lot of like beer companies from around the world, and we gonna need to change our league name for like for beer racing league endurance.
Racing league.
Yeah, beer racing league, and I think we gonna see fighting for P4 in hypercar class because the Simline, both Simline teams are very close to each other, but I think they on different strategies, so we're gonna see what happens.
But yeah. Still there's gonna be battle, but these are teammates, to be honest. 888 and 887.
Yeah, it depends on the strategy. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, about on the strategy and how they gonna play out, because you don't have anyone who threatens anyone in this race. Basically, there are no other teams that can approach them quickly. But I think if one team is on the different strategy, they can draft each other, help themselves, try to boost their overall speed on the whole track, and in the long term they can try to get P3 in own class.
Basically.
But that's all. That all depends on the strategy. That all depends how they are helping each other, how they are good at communicating with each other, and if they prioritize getting podium only in one team and sacrifice a little bit the other. We're gonna see everything can change during the race, and we have still 22 hours,
that's
so
what I'm gonna say. That's
it's very early.
22 hours to go.
Anything can happen basically right now. We
Basically,
still are way far ahead till the end of the race. I wanted to ask you because I didn't prepare the live timing for myself right now. I'm gonna do it in like few seconds. If we have already few teams that decided to retire.
yeah, one of them is OG CRL owners. The retired owners were driving, and sadly they had some problems and they had to retire the car. And the other team is Dry Train Racing, my own team, as we had a disqualification. And yeah, but because the thing that's strange that my driver wasn't able to see the apps, the real apps. I don't know why they weren't on the screen. We were trying to fix it like from 3 days ago, but nothing helped. And now when they got the stop and go, they didn't saw it. You know, and there is screen from the Haska.
I have no idea if I think the 762 team is not that experienced compared to the other teams because they are far below compared to the other hypercar teams. But I can be mistaken.
And
there is not much fighting going on. If there will be webcams, yes, sometimes we're gonna show webcams from the teams that are racing together in the whole sim studio.
Someone should we go with the 888 sim line?
You can see right now.
I'm not sure. I don't know the name of this driver. Yeah, but yeah, they have 4 drivers. No, five or 4 drivers, something like this.
They have 4 drivers. They are all mentioned underneath the. Yes.
They're gonna be pushing hard until the end.
As they are very close.
I noticed that the adaptation going from your own sim rig to other sim rig and more expensive and professional sim rig, the adaptation is very hard to adapt to the rig, you know.
Yeah, exactly. When you are racing in a different environment that you are used to, it requires a lot of learning curve, and it require to switch your mentally for the new sim rig, different set of the pedals, different set of the steering wheel, and different settings between like sessions, because I know you can change a few stuff in the game, but when you're doing driver swaps, you don't have enough time to change settings for every single driver, so everyone probably gonna have very similar
4 minutes.
But
4 minutes.
yeah, so. But it's still But if you don't have like ready presets for that, it can sometimes destroy your experience. Because, like I said, not every single person know how to race in the same settings. So I think they are prepared like that, because if you want to get your team ready for the race and race it as a whole team in one place on the sim studio. It require a lot of preparation and dedication, and I think they are prepared for that. I hope. I don't know the guys myself, and I never spoke to them, so I cannot talk
So this team,
what they planned.
yeah, 785 is running solo. Jeremias
Oh,
Shrosek is running solo. That's why he has also his cam on. We're running cams that they are doing LANs or solos or someone that just wants his cam, you know, and yeah.
that's pure dedication to run solo 24-hour race. That's nice dedication.
But it's very hard. And yeah.
I know. I raced solo only 8 hour, and well, it didn't happen. It didn't ended well. And to be honest, I would never try 24 hours solo race. It require too much. It required too much.
6 hours, to be honest. For 6 hours, I think I'm gonna manage to do it alone, but from 8 hours, nah, that's not happening.
No, to be honest, in my opinion, like 8 and more hours, for me would be too much as driving solo.
Yeah, I won't survive. I think mentally, not gonna lie.
I mean, you would need to prepare for it before the race. You would if you would dedicate like that for the race. I think you would need to prepare for a month to be like aware how you can manage that, and if you can actually go full 24-hour race alone.
We see 555 Ferrari going to the pits.
I think they have they make steering correction. I was thinking they have like issue with steering wheel because he was driving straight and have a little bit turned on the wheel, but that was, I think, correction made by him. I try to spot like if someone have damage or something like that while they are on the straight. They are steering, have the steering wheel straight. That's the easiest part. That's the easiest way to spot if someone has damage to suspension.
Yeah, especially the suspension damage can be really easily. If you want to have suspension damage, just crash into the wall. It will be enough. Totally enough. And yeah.
And I think we have a battle going on in hypercars, but I'm not 100% sure.
This battle is for blue flag.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching it right now from my computer. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what to talk about right now. Huh?
To be honest, I'm amazed that the Jeremias, who is driving solo, is P3 in his class, and he gained time to the P2. So that's proper way of that's a proper way to race. I hope he can manage to be very consistent throughout the race. And like you mentioned, a lot of drivers are a lot of teams right now are doing long stops, so we're gonna have very spread around the field. There are gonna be a lot of teams spread out, so not a lot of fighting gonna happen. But I think in 20-30 minutes, the whole field gonna packed itself a little bit by bit.
We will see. But
Yeah,
we will see how
but
go through the night, how the race will go when it's night. It might be very interesting, but we will see. The night is the most important part of the race. Most
yeah,
important
yeah,
part of the race.
yeah, because you can get more very easily tired and very easily sleepy. So you can have a lot of mistakes going on. I hope they are prepared for that and they are taking the naps between the stints and prepare themselves for the night shift. But still, it's way harder to drive in the nights than the driving in the early part of the day or at the evening.
Yeah, it is hard. I was racing in a race in Voyo racing with the 24 hours LeMans again in January, and I had zero sleep, zero for the whole race. But when I got in the car in 7 in the morning, because I did drive, I think 3 stints for 10 hours overall, and I did all these 3 stints with like 2 hours and 30 minutes each one. And in 9 a.m. In the morning, I just, I was gonna die, man. My eyes were red. Oh, and here we see F1 qualifying, which I mean, I can't even see.
Yes, you can see it, but we can see it. So we're gonna talk to you about the F1 during the lemon race. Right now we have it's Q2 or it's still Q1. It's Q2. Yeah, I wasn't fully paying attention to the standings because I only saw like Ferrari on the bottom of the column, so I was like, what they are doing? And what Stroll is doing on P3 right now? It's crazy.
Yeah, let's say.
I'm watching the timetable to check if we're gonna see fighting going on the track. I think we have like sunset very close to
Switch us maybe to the
ME
LMP2
racing.
class. I mean, we should see the LMP2 class only, not the GT3. Yeah, Lasky, please do. Okay,
No, no, no. LMP2 in LMP2 we don't have any fighting going on. Same in Hypercar, but in GT3 I think there are two teams. Yes, we have a fight for P11. I think they are very close to each other. Yes, they are very close to each other. Two Porsches gonna probably fight. They are very close to each other, and I think the sunset is a little bit faster on the corners. He tried to go inside. No, no, no. He back out a little bit. Oh, that was a mistake from Emmy Race. He kinda gets scared, I think, a little bit. And he saw very fast sunset going near them. So even if we are in the window for boxes and the long stops, we still have a little bit fighting going on the track. Oh, it's a Ferrari doing Ferrari thing. But Aston Martins are so high.
Oh, Amy Racing doing some mistake over there, spinning out.
I think he's a little bit tired or frustrated from the fighting that he lost. And right now we are driving with Jeremias, who is driving solo for 24 hours. And he's gaining on velocity racing.
Actually, it's
a little bit.
His teammate Velocity Racing also. Velocity Splash, Virtuoso's Project Z, and Virtuoso took their own teammates. To be honest, they're split it into the categories. So yeah.
Oh, so everything depends how they want to, how and who they want to win the race, basically.
We'll see. Anything can happen.
It's like we said, it's still 22, almost 22 hours, so anything can happen, everything can happen. We of course don't want a lot of team to retire or crash. I hope we're gonna see a lot of pure skill, pure show of skill from the drivers.
Yeah, I think Jeremias is catching on his teammate, which I don't know who is driving the 275 car, but yeah, he is probably catching.
I think that too, because it's not that difficult to drive solo in terms of like managing pace, because you're the only one driver. So
yeah.
And you don't need to wait for someone to prepare himself for stint, get into the shape of the race.
Yeah, basically, but we will see how it will go, because yeah, we have many hours left.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, driving solo can be in one way good for the team, because there is only one person that needs to be stepping his game, and you don't you are not required to to communicate with any other driver, and you are the only one who managing the pace, and you don't need to prepare yourself for after the swap. Oh, we have hypercar outside of the track hitting a barrier. I have no idea what happened there. I hope they are fine and they are... Yeah, they're continuing, so it's not that bad. Nothing major happened to their car. That's good to know. That's good to know, I must say. And if they didn't go to the pit lane, so it's probably fine. They don't have major damages that can ruin the race. And the Jeremias is below 2 seconds behind P1. That's amazing. I must say he's doing amazing job in this race right now.
Really, we don't got any racing right now.
that's how the endurance race are, to be honest. There is not that many opportunities to overtake, and everything is every overtake or every position gain is happening most of the time on the few first laps due to the packed field and not being well aware of your opposition, so it can they can bump into each other a little bit. So that's how you gain a lot of positions. That happened to me once when I was racing in LMP2. When on the start we were starting on, I think, P6 or P7, and after 3 or 4 corners, when there was a massive crash, I ended up on P3, I think. So that's how the endurance race starts, basically.
Yeah, for now we got no racing, but maybe soon we will get some.
Like I mentioned earlier, it all depends on the strategy, how someone do his own long stop, how they are prepared for fueling up cars, switching tires, and stuff like that. Because you need to be fully aware that for late part of the race, you actually don't need to fully fuel. You don't need to fuel your car to the end, because when you manage it very well, you can have like the last stint before the finish line with less fuel. But all depends how you prepare for that, how you manage your strategy. It's not only the drivers that are driving, it's sometimes the strategist that can find anything and prepare a strategy for the race. But well, everyone that is watching, gonna see how teams are preparing for them 24 hours. I think for some classes is about 2.5 hours for the fuel, full fuel. But I don't have. I have no idea how long you can stay on the track with like the fully fueled car, and I never done the calculations myself, so I cannot say which car and in what category you can do more time on fuel. But oh well. I'm more focused on the strategy than and managing the race than on the pure racing than on the track. I kinda switched from being a racing driver to being a strategist and engineer. And Q3 started. on Hungaroring. And we're gonna see who gonna start on the pole position for tomorrow race in F1. I must say this is a very good performance from Jeremias.
He's catching a bit, and he will...
I mean, he lost a little bit of time, but I think he gonna catch up to the first team. It I think it's only a matter of time when he do this, because he was less than 2 seconds, then he get near 2.5 seconds behind, and right now he is almost at 2 seconds behind, so he have a lot of pace and he have a lot of consistency, and you cannot require from someone to be on the best abilities throughout the whole race, because it's not possible. You cannot be fully focused for the whole race. I mean, he gonna probably wait for the long straight to take it out. If he's still watching, if he's still listening and he's on the straight, you can wave to the camera. But it's not like the best move to do. Yeah, we're gonna. Actually, yeah, we're gonna poke him a little bit.
Any more cameras than Simline and Jeremias?
Oh. It's like with every stream that's happening, it requires a little bit of delay. So I think he's munching on the performance. I think he's munching performance throughout the race, because he was able to to snatch half a second to the P1. So he's doing a lot of good work, and you can see how he managed to prepare himself for the faster car approach. He's very aware of the teams that are approaching him, and he's doing amazing work not to get involved into any crashes or any accidents with the fastest classes. That's how that's I think how he is able to gain a lot of time to the competitors around him.
Yeah, guys, I will have to go to eat something. XD.
How you didn't? How you How are you not prepared for the your shift as a commentator?
Yeah,
That
how
man.
dare me. Yeah. Yeah.
Such a bad commentator, man.
Yeah.
Holy.
Oh, oh,
Oh, oh well.
oh.
Wait, it's already half an hour? It's an hour already?
Because it's Georgicers. Yeah.
It shouldn't be happening, to be honest, in my opinion.
Okay, it happened on 21 hours and 30 minutes remaining to the race. Now let's see when it will happen again.
You should like the put the
You have to be mentally prepared for it. No questions.
you should George, you should like made notes for every time and every minute that Lasky is disconnecting from Assetto. and made like the and made like the fun sometimes from about it. I'm a little bit savvy like that.
Okay, guys,
Sorry?
have your problems. I'm gonna mute myself. Eat something. Okay, we got fixed.
Yeah, the weather is fixed. The weather is fixed.
Kurwa.
Oh. We are playing CS now or what? Oh, Sharp is on pole position for now.
Yeah, when I load also in game, it locked it. It has bugging from the beginning. Bro. Wait, Cyprian, we are checking. We are checking. It will be fixed. Don't worry.
I have a seat full of water, like full of water. Must be the water.
Must be skill issue.
Oh wow! Wow, what is happening right now? Why is Ferrari first in qualifying?
Why? What do you mean why?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking, Georgie.
Dobra.
I think Max can like. Oh, he's not gonna get like P2 or something like that. No, it's not gonna happen. It's yeah, it's not possible for him to
3.5.
get like 3/10. Yeah, it's possible to gain a little bit of time, but not as much as he is slower than Aston Martins. What is going on? What the hell is going on? That's some intense qualifying. Ferrari on pole. This is our year. This is our year.
Yeah. You're saying this for the last 4 years. No,
4 years? I was thinking like 6.5 or 7.
18 for the past 18 years. That's crazy.
This year is our year, yeah. And the whole race kinda stopped itself. When you get pole position like in the middle of the season, this year is our year. And you're still way behind your your main rival. That's crazy. But yeah, yeah, this year is our year, yeah. But that's the saddest truth about the Ferrari fans. This year is our year. We are doomed. We are doomed. Next year is our year. We are so doomed.
Okay, guys, I'm going. After my eating, I'm gonna go take some decisions, though. To the reports.
Oh, you mean like you're being stewarding and stuff like that? Oh well. I hope no one get like very hardly slapped on the wrist on stuff like that, because we saw a lot of mistakes happening and a few weird thing going on. Oh, we have a lockup going on by Velocity hypercar, but nothing crazy happened. And TSP Racing. Oh, enjoy your meal then. So you're saying you enjoy it so much that you still are not able to finish it? Okay.
Yeah, that's a 25-year-old man, unemployed.
25? Oh, damn.
And yeah, guys, this man's job is only CRL, nothing else.
I am not unemployed, thank you very much. Alright, hello. The best commentator in the world is back. I'm joking.
Wait, when I said unemployed, three members left, by the way.
Huh?
Employment.
Employment.
We don't know what is that. Okay. I better stop stalking, by the way.
Yeah, you're gonna curse us all.
Why?
Let's talk about on-track battles. There are none. Right, let's talk about Formula 1. Ferrari on pole. This year's our year.
What the hell is going on? That's basically it, yeah. We're changing the phase of the wheel. For this year is our year.
This year's our year, guys. This year. This race though, very calm, very relaxed, very demure. Wait, we
didn't see a lot of mistakes going on.
True. We have 42 cars remaining in this race. We've only lost 3. So,
That's amazing, to be honest.
This race been pretty good, apart from the stream keeps crashing every now and again. But that's just kind of out of my control.
I'm gonna say only one thing. It's better that stream is crashing from time to time than we have a lot of issues with drivers and with the server.
Yeah, I'd rather the stream crash than everything else, so this is much better.
Yeah, that's true.
But as it stands, I am now also the race director and commentator. So we'll go another 20 minutes and we'll take a break.
You should be driving too.
You want me to drive too? Damn, let me get the safety car out on track real quick. Hold my beer.
Multitasking.
Multitasking and multi-class endurance. Oh, it really puts the multi in multi.
Drive to a car in the same in two different class. Be commentator, be race director, and pilot a safety car.
Have a wheel on each foot, and then have one for my hands. But yes, 3 classes.
That would be funny.
We have 3 classes in this race. We have the hypercar, we have the LMP2s, and the GT class. Funny enough, though, the GT class is all over the place right now. We have like the Ford Mustangs, Lexuses, Lambos, Ferraris, and Porsche. Like, there's no clear team that has an advantage over another one, which is really good. Really good to see. A big mixture of cars.
Yeah.
As we see Mr.
It's not
B.
like we have. Yeah, it's not like we have like 90% of the class with only one car, and like 2 or 3 teams picking different car. It's every single team had their idea what car they want to pick, and what car have what type of strength and weaknesses. So that's amazing. We are not like single car class in GT3.
Can we now see what the GTCI Motorsport is doing? They're last. These guys have had a lot of problems during this race. What lap are they on? Let me check my source. So they're on lap 16? Wait, there's no way.
Ow.
Hold on, I'm refreshing the site. There's no way that's true. Wait.
Maybe something.
No, they are. They're on lap 16.
Oh, well.
They are 20 laps behind the next car. Well, that's interesting.
I hope they are enjoying their race. At least.
So, CI Motorsports, I think they've had a couple problems during this race so far, like connectivity issues and other things. But 20 laps down, let's look at their pace. Just real quick for reference. So the last lap was
last lap 4:21.
Oh, they've just had a spin. Yeah, so last lap was a 4:21 point.
That was close.
But that's an invalid time. Their best time is a 4:26.7.
Oh man.
That's 26 seconds slower than the next class. So, I mean, guys, there's a point of which you need to accept defeat. I think.
Yeah. If they would be like 5 seconds behind, it's fine. But more than 20, and he almost crashed into the hypercar.
This is not a good look. To be honest, I'm surprised that no one has really mentioned these guys up until now. But
I mean, if they don't make a lot of issues on the track, that's fine.
Check the hood of the
57,
under the Ferrari badge.
Spinala.
The reason for them being 16 is weird connection. Yeah, I get
Another
there's
Spinala.
connection issues, but like we've been on board with them now for like a lap and a bit, And they're spinning, they're slow, they're dangerous to other teams. I think we're getting to the point where the decisions that have been made on them. I'm gonna quickly look inside Race Doctor's channel and see what's being said there.
Wow, he almost destroyed that Lambo 2 times in a row on one corner. I think it's better for them just to retire, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
At this point.
Well, I think they have just retired. Wait, no. Maybe they're lagging?
No, they are still on the track.
Oh, they're lagging. This is on lap 19 now. They've gone up 2 laps. What? How is that possible?
I have no idea what is going on.
The last lap was a 4-minute 38.7. That's almost an entire minute slower. Now there's a team ahead of them on track that's not doing too much better. Their last lap was a 4:37. That's these guys.
Oh damn. I know it's not like we don't require to be very good at the race, at the racing on the track, but holy, I can even get better times, and I'm not fast driver.
To be honest, they are 25 laps down from the leader. 25.
Yeah,
I think at this point I would be around 3 or 4 max laps behind.
To be honest, like we're only what 3 hours into this race almost. To be so far back.
Someone mentioning BOP on the chat.
BOP.
BOP mentioned.
What? That's just the pace of the Porsche. No, it's not. No. No. I can see Park Motorsport doing much faster lap times, and they're also in the Porsche.
BOP mentioned.
No, get out of here. This is not a bot problem. This is a skill issue problem. Respectfully to the car 578, but I think it's pretty clear.
Be careful.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that your race is it's undeniably over. I mean, we'll see what other race
like that
saying.
happen. I think the other race director said are gonna say about the 2 last teams. Send them to Gulag.
Yeah, I think there's a consensus here.
I think if you cannot catch someone in the slipstream, that's the setup issue, not the BOP issue. In my opinion. But well, I'm only racing sometime.
Yeah.
No, they got this.
Okay, so car 578 is qualified for dangerous driving. I'm sorry guys, but you are 25 laps down with still 21 hours to go.
That's so funny. I don't know. That made me so.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, but that made me laugh so hard.
You know, this is at the end of the day a competition, and I think there's like a level where people have to take responsibility.
Yeah.
Get
yoinked.
Get yoinked.
Straight to the gulag. Straight to the gulag.
No, they get a second chance in the gulag. There's this.
That's from the BOP guy. Shut up, please. That's from the BOP.
Straight to the gulag, man.
Yeah,
I hope it's time to check with the another team and TSP Racing if they are need to be sent to the gulag?
No, they're okay right now. They're okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Of course,
Okay.
I'm joking.
Yeah, being so far down, only a few hours into the race, you know, it's a shame. It is a shame.
I mean, few laps is okay, but not more than 15. I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit too much. And it's not like this track is so hard to drive. I mean, you have a lot of straights. There are few a little bit challenging corners, but other than that, no, it's fine track to drive.
This track is really, really nice to drive. You know,
and very spacious.
Yeah, very spacious. It's a good track. Like, this is one of the best tracks in the world for a reason. There's a reason this has so much attention. But to be so far down.
Yeah, and it's chosen by to be like 24-hour race track for some reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you cannot fight with someone or overtake them because track is shit. It's very good track, and a lot of people are enjoying it.
A fight for position.
But
here,
like you meant, that Mustang have some speed on the straights.
Let's go down the inside on the Mr. Bean car, and he does get that position done. And it's good to see that there is some battling happening 3 hours in. As teams are spacing out due to long stops and pit stops.
And I think there is going to be a little bit less and less fighting going on. Because of the pit stops and strategies.
Yeah, people just spacing out. It's part of racing.
Yeah, and to be honest, I kind of sound like a broken record talking about strategies, pit stops, and long stops. But the Mr. Bean Racing is very slow on the last lap. 5 seconds, I think, or something like that, to the fastest car in the class. We have VRT SOL on P2 going from the pit lane, and they have a little bit mistake, a little bit correction. Mr. Bean, I think he gonna try to catch to the Mustang. If they gonna keep focus, I think they can catch them up a little bit and fight.
It's been a little bit quiet down, just reading through a couple of things.
No worries.
There's a few reports coming in, and they're going to be dealt with shortly. There's some interesting stuff that's been happening in this race that we obviously haven't seen. A lot of flying cars. It's strange.
Oh well.
People just like playing Rocket League during AC, I guess.
When you mentioned racing league, Rocket League, I instantly saw the GIF with the music.
Yes. Always plays through your mind.
Instantly. Yeah. That's so iconic meme that you cannot forget it.
Yeah, very, very iconic. I'm currently trying to look around. The leaders of the race coming in then. These guys quietly been leading the race. I don't think they've really been in any battles since the start. They kind of just ran away with it here. The 944 NKS. These guys are the champions of Season 3, or no, did they win Spa? Something like this? I don't remember. I think they were the champions of Season 3, so these guys I should know this information, but it's been so long.
Yeah, and right now they are, if they are taking a long stop, I think they would be forced to fight for P1 because the VRT 217 car pitted on the previous lap.
I believe they're doing a normal stop, but you can see on the little mini map that the number 2 is coming up to the start-finish line, which is also where the pits are. They've gone back out, so P1's gone back out on track. So they're going to maintain that lead.
Oh, so yeah, so they are not swapping drivers right now.
Yeah, they just went back
everything
out.
is good. No fighting in the hypercar, class. Oh well, that's a bummer.
I mean, to be honest, we can shift through we can go through the numbers here. So we can go through hypercars, LMP2s, and GT3s. Oh, there is a bit of racing still on the back of these guys, so they didn't really pull away after they've taken it. But these are the...
Yeah, they still... Yeah, they still are in the fighting phase, I think, for second lap between Lightning Locomotives and Mr. Bean racing.
They've been fighting for a couple of laps.
George is driving, by the way.
Oh, George is driving. So a British man in a British car. Well, in a German car. Well, an Italian car driven by a British guy with a British skin. Oh, it's confusing. But
that's good. Not the perfect combo, to be honest.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I do have to say,
it should
though,
be like British. Yeah.
I do have to say that Apex, their skin was broken at the start of the race. It is now fixed.
Oh.
They had their skin back.
Well, that's nice.
Just important we need to mention that because they were a little upset. It's our bad. My bad. It's on me.
I think the funniest combination would be like the British driver in Italian car in German team.
That would be an interesting mix.
That would be, yeah, that would be hilarious combination.
Oh dear. We're gonna take a break.
To be honest,
2 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break in 3 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah.
Oh.
I wish we could see like the proper McLaren GT3 mode, because the McLaren 720 car would be, I think it would be picked very often, even despite the, if it wouldn't be like the most competitive. I think a lot of teams would pick McLaren only just for the looks.
I don't know if I've seen the McLaren GT3 yet. I know that RSS was supposed to be giving one out in the Phase 2 pack, but we never actually saw that.
I mean, I meant that it would be nice if we would have a car like that.
It would be nice, yeah, but obviously we had to pick from the cars available at the time, and we decided to have a mix of the Phase 1 and Phase 2.
Of course. I'm only saying like it would be nice to have the whole grid of GT3 cars like in real WEC.
Yeah, for sure. But there they have the McLaren Infra. I'm pretty sure they do. If I'm not mistaken. I think they do. I know there was one McLaren in the LeMans race last time out. I don't know if there was many though.
I think there was, 2 cars or something like that, or even more in Le Mans.
I know it's definitely
see
one
next
team
year because
there's 2.
yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen the next year, because I think we're gonna get like the Ford hypercar.
Yeah, Ford Hyper and the McLaren
It's gonna
Hyper.
be next year.
McLaren's
and of
hypercar
course, and Hyundai hypercar.
Oh yeah, and
it's
Hyundai.
ready.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one cares about Genesis.
I mean, yeah, no one knows Genesis, so that's why I mentioned Hyundai.
Hyundai, McLaren's coming out of a hypercar. Ford's making a hypercar.
Yeah,
I think there was another
it's
team
gonna be very well packed. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Was Mercedes
there were
working on
so
one?
many rumors.
I don't remember.
They wanted to change the AMG one into hypercar, but I think that kinda
Georgia, you're breaking.
was impossible. Yeah.
I said Toto Wolf is complaining about the pop. That's why he doesn't want the hypercar. Mercedes.
Where?
I wanted to say something funny. So buckle up, guys and girls. It would be so hilarious if Toto would be put it as a hypercar for WEC, and then the government body of WEC would get like Massey as race director. It would be such an amazing combo. We would probably see another no Mikey, no, that was so not right, but in WEC.
Okay, well,
that would be hilarious.
Our stint here is gonna take an end. We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna step away. I believe that we're going to work on a couple of the reports. The thing is, do I put music on or do I not put music on? That's the question.
It depends on what music.
Well, what I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to refresh the stream, because that needs to be done right now. We need to refresh the stream. So I'm going to stop it and quickly restart it. That's the first thing we're going to do. And then after that, it's whatever floats, right?
Yeah. If you want, I can like make live DJ set.
No.
I have like the software